Welcome back to 1010's podcast with Michael and Adam and Robbie. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's listening that signed up for the autocross because it is actually Memorial Day. So this podcast will come out 6 days after this. And at this point, there's only 5 or 6 slots left for drivers. So that's huge. If you're still, if it sells out, we'll try to let people know if it sells out. I know some people are going to want to, there's going to be some attrition. So there's going to be some swapping, I'm sure, because people break stuff, and then I can't do it, and and then some people are like, oh, wait, no, my car's done now, so I want to go, and so there's going to be some of that, which is totally fine. Everybody can go in there and swap in and out. It's fine. If it gets to the point where, we're still 2 months out, basically, if there's a huge demand, we'll figure something out.
That would be the worst case if we had to do 2 events.
If there's way too many people, we'll figure it out so that everybody can kind of be involved. But so we'll see. But it's cool. In a week, it almost sold out. So we're appreciative of that, most definitely.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's a very big deal. So yeah, a very special thank you for everybody. One thing I would ask of people who are signed up, I made a post in the event. When you go back into Motorsport Reg, if you would please, if you are registered, it'll say something about pay now. Just put your information in there. It's not going to charge you until the 14th, we decided. So again, you can come in and out. There's not going to be a penalty. You're not going to get charged and then get refunded. It's just there so that we can hold the spots because they went so fast. It's just an extra way that it basically, once you do that, it locks in your spot. So we won't be doing any day of registration unless somebody's like, dude, I got to back out of this, and somebody really wants in. So that $50 day of thing is not really a thing anymore. So you got to go in there, finish your registration. I didn't know what was going to happen, man.
We had no idea.
Yeah. So
for all we knew, we were going to do, there'll be us 3 and like 2 other people. And we're like, now what?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
exactly. An expensive day by ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know for sure. So please go back into Motorsport Reg on your dashboard. It'll say our event, and then pay now. Click that, put it in. Again, you will not get charged until July 14th. That'll lock in. It just locks in your spot. That'll be your prepay on the 14th, and then we're good. So boom, for sure. Thank you again to all the sponsors. 515 Racing. Let's see who else. Factor Fabrication, Zion Designs,
Kanga
Motorsports, and Midwest Exclusive.
Yes.
Got them all. So we're hugely appreciative of all that. Thank you very much. So to start off the show, because we can't do the opener yet.
No, we haven't been here for 15 minutes yet.
So Jake from Racers HQ sent some stuff over to us, care package basically.
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
So care packages have always been.
I'll be brutally honest. We have some octopus jerky that I've decided that I am not going to eat.
No.
So I don't have it with me.
There's a reason we sent that to Radical.
It was to put an end to the nonsense.
I'm not eating that shit.
It was to stop it. It was
terrible.
So he wins that round, I suppose. But he did send LaCroix Cola, which I'm interested. He sent 3 of them. I drank one of them already. I'm just curious to see what you guys think of it.
I'm not excited about this.
Because you guys like regular cola? You have a Pepsi or a Coca-Cola
like
preference?
Vanilla Coke.
Let you pour that.
I'm not a cola guy.
Vanilla
You don't
Coke's
like cola?
my jam.
No, not really.
Those Pininfarina.
I didn't expect that. It's clear.
The Pininfarina what now?
The drink
machines?
drink mixers.
Yep.
Everything tastes terrible on those except for the Vanilla Coke.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I assume how that works is it's got like vanilla flavoring and cherry flavoring.
It's just syrups mixed with whatever tonic water.
Yep.
I guess I just don't have an advanced enough palate. I don't notice the difference.
It tastes like hot garbage. It's fucking
It's
terrible.
not very good. So
That doesn't bother me, I guess.
for those that don't know, which I'm assuming is nobody at this point, LaCroix is just flavored seltzer water, and people hate it, and Adam hates it, as we
can't stand it.
I think Robbie hates it also.
I don't know. I don't remember this.
Have you never had like a regular LaCroix?
It has an extreme lack of
I
flavor.
have a lime one right here.
But that's got flavor.
Yeah, but it's
supposed
super
to be
watered down.
It's supposed to be natural. There's no sugar. It's just basically
Well,
water
then why
with
am I
natural
drinking
flavor.
it? Thank God I had a Mountain Dew
He
earlier.
said as he finished his
Mountain
what
Dew
was it?
Baja.
Baja
Yeah, exactly.
Blast.
So that's like 80 grams of sugar.
just part of summer. though.
44 grams of sugar.
You got to have one of those for summer. That's some Taco Bell stuff right there.
I see that.
I need my daily morning, evening, afternoon Mountain Dew.
So you guys
I try to limit myself to one a day.
So it's naturally essenced sparkling water. So don't.
Essence.
It's not gonna
this
taste-
cola is natural.
It's a naturally essenced sparkling
what does
water.
that mean?
What does the essence mean?
It's like kind of a hint of flavoring. It's not an
See,
overabundance of
that's
flavor.
what bothers me about it.
It's for people who like
the
seltzered water. They just kind of want a little,
is no
just a little something a little,
just a little
refreshing.
extra.
Yeah, a little extra. That's what it is. Place it in your mind that way instead of it being a cola,
Hold on.
zero calorie
Pinky
cola.
out, dude.
Why is it clear? It should be.
Because it's water. It's
But it's-
essenced water.
cola
But
flavored
it's
not-
cola.
it's
It
not
should be
cola.
should be brown.
That's the point. It's not cola.
Nicola.
Black should be this.
Have at it. What do you guys think?
Oh, that's terrible.
Where's the? It smells like cola, but doesn't taste like cola.
It does oddly smell like a Coca-Cola.
This is
It's
boring.
just straight seltzer.
with cola hint.
I don't get any of the cola.
You know what it actually really?
No, I don't.
Speaking of advanced palates,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was like, I can
but you know what
taste
it
the cola.
actually tastes like? It tastes
Seltzer
like
water.
you've ever had a really hot day. You pour yourself a Coke or whatever, Diet
Right,
Coke, doesn't
right.
matter. Tons of ice in there.
Yeah.
That sits outside for a while.
Oh, yeah, and then
you
it's
all
think
the
just
water on
you're gonna-
top.
think you're going to take a
that's
drink of that?
exactly what LaCroix is.
It's just the water on top.
Yeah.
We haven't made it to the cola yet.
exactly.
Yeah. So
Did I ever tell you about the story when I was in Florida when I bought vitamin water?
I don't. Wait, you mean when you went to Florida to do the driving thing? To
It's
drive
years
on
ago,
the.
years ago.
Oh, okay. No,
But
maybe
I
not.
went to a Walgreens or wherever it was, and I bought a 6-pack of vitamin water because I knew I was going to be at the beach. It's going to be hot, and I like vitamin water.
Right.
And the lady looks at me. She goes, "Yeah, I can't drink that." And I was like, "Oh, well, I like it." She goes, "Yeah, it's too watered down. It's vitamin water. It's
Did you hear what you just said?
the water is too watered down for you." And it
So
took
drink Kool-Aid, lady. I don't know what to tell you.
it took all my effort not to be like, "Water, you stupid lady."
It's Florida, man. It's Florida.
Yeah, shit's
I,
wild. in
I
Florida.
love Florida. But that lady, I had to not be an asshole. I was like, "Yeah, it's too bad. Well, see you later."
Vitamin water is not. It's not even that watery.
No, it's really not.
I don't
Yeah,
know
what-
that
what
I've
did
ever
she
had
want?
a vitamin water.
I just had the orange flavored vitamin water. I don't know.
She probably just drinks,
She literally wanted Kool-Aid.
yeah, she wants Kool-Aid or an actual, like, pop.
Yeah,
Soda,
I would
whatever
guess.
you want to call it.
I don't know.
So,
It says water in the name.
can I share my stupid person in Florida story, though? It's actually automotive related.
Sure, absolutely. Why not?
Awesome. So, years ago, I went down there for heavy air quotes spring break with a couple of my friends.
Oh yeah.
We did the most touristy things you could possibly imagine. I don't think there was a single drop of alcohol consumed between the five of us. It was we threw down.
Painfully touristy.
Right, but we got a flat tire on the van that we had borrowed from one of my friend's parents, and so being the responsible one of the group, the datum, if you will, I took it to Walmart to get the tire repaired or replaced or whatever it was we had to do.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, me and one of the other guys, in the Walmart like tire center
Like the
office
waiting area
area, in the waiting area there.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was some old senile guy who was convinced because he couldn't get into from the waiting area into like the actual mechanic shop because that door is locked unless they push a little button behind the counter for you to go through.
Right.
And-
Do they even let people back there?
No,
I didn't think so.
For
Obvious
obvious reasons.
reasons. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty standard whether you're in a Walmart or not. But he's like beating on the door and banging on it, like pushing the crash bar, trying to get it open and stuff. And I'm locked in this Walmart, just losing his.
Oh, he thought he was
mind.
locked in.
Yeah, he thought he was locked inside the Walmart, and that like we were in there forever and never leaving again. Losing his mind over the fact that he was locked in this Walmart.
Bath salts, bro.
It's that
Or
flop.
just straight Florida man. There's no.
Well, he was
That is
very.
Florida,
It's a
man.
lot
he
of
was an-
time in the sun.
He was an old man. I think he retired to Florida, and I think that he probably shouldn't have been living independently.
So he was actually senile.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that guy had some medical issues. Like he for sure should not have been driving whatever it was he drove to Walmart to have repaired that day.
Jeez.
Turned from a funny story into a sad story.
Yeah,
It happens.
Why,
What-
why,
yeah,
why
why
are
you
you taking
gotta-
us down, man?
Yeah, why you bring the whole
we
tone of the podcast
we were up
down?
on this cola, and now we're down.
I was not up on the cola.
Going up on a Monday with this cola.
So weird we're recording on a Monday at like noon. It's very weird.
And we don't work till Tuesday, which means
so fucked
This week
up.
is going to be
the
so
week's
weird.
gonna be super weird. That's for certain. So anyway, thanks, I think, Jake, for that. He sent some stickers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I may at some point get brave and eat that jerky, but
You
probably.
go ahead.
You want it?
No,
I
I'm not
kind of
try-
want to try it.
I'm going to give it to you then. You
Go get it.
Oh,
Alright.
give it to a coworker. Tell us what happens.
I'll try.
You
a
got
piece
some.
of it.
You got some
I had the
coworkers
shark
that are
jerky once, and I won't do it. Nope, I won't
Down
do that
for
again.
some
I
weird
like
stuff, right?
octopus, like fried calamari. It's delicious.
Cannot taste anywhere near the same as jerky.
I assume it doesn't.
You want to go get it? Go get it.
No, that's fine.
He just offered. Go get it.
It's fine.
Do you want me to go get it?
Yeah.
I don't.
Let's
care.
vote.
I'll try a piece.
Yeah,
of it.
there we go.
Fuck
Really?
it. Yeah, why not?
Right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, you guys talk for a second.
Oh God,
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what I've gotten myself into.
You made a big mistake. I can tell
I
you that
might
much.
have. I might have. It's fine though.
It's gonna stink like fish.
It probably will stink, but that's fine. My allergies are real bad today. I won't smell it.
Oh, see, I'll smell it for you, and then you can
I think that's why my tasting is so poor
because your palate's all
because I
or
can't
'cause your
smell
sinuses.
anything, and I think that's a large part of taste.
Oh, so you're always with your basically have your nose
Right.
closed.
Yeah, I'm basically eating everything with my nose pinched shut.
Yeah, light that candle so I don't have to smell.
Oh my God. This looks terrible.
Brought a candle with me. I'm just gonna go ahead
Is that
and
the
light it
same-
now.
I feel like I've gotten myself into a problem now.
You made a mistake.
I think I made a mistake because this looks absolutely.
But you have to commit to it.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
fine.
back.
Moroccan octopus jerky.
Is it flavored at least? Like seasoned?
Probably heavy. Well, it says teriyaki. The ingredients are octopus teriyaki sauce.
Well, you got
So-
teriyaki flavor. That's good.
So
Seal that like immediately if you get a piece of it.
Nah,
out.
leave it open. I want this whole house to stink like octopus.
oh man,
Oh,
He's got a piece of it.
Yeah,
trying to get
I'll
this
smell it.
closed again. There you go. There we go. All right, here we go.
Oh man, you can see the tentacles. Ew.
Not so bad.
It's predominantly teriyaki.
Oh,
That's not fair.
No, it's fine.
you going for it, Robbie?
Smells
It's,
better. It smells better than the shark jerky.
It's chewier.
I'm good.
It's
You're
much
good?
chewier than
I'm good.
beef
I
jerky.
like octopus, but I'm good.
It does smell fishy. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
It's fine.
At least we did it.
It's not the worst thing I've had in the world. I don't
It does,
think I'm
it
going to
does.
finish.
It smells like a pet store. Is what it smells
I don't
like.
think I'm going to finish the bag.
No,
It's got a very strange aftertaste.
just do what I did. Bring it to work and leave it on the table and see how long it takes for somebody eats it.
Yeah, take it to somebody at your office. It's okay.
It's
you
got
have
a
that
very
LaCroix
weird.
Cola
Yeah,
to
see,
fix
that's
it.
the problem. Is I finished our water my water just sitting here before we started the show. So
Yeah, we got this delicious cola.
yeah,
I have a lime LaCroix. Would that help?
You can mix
I'm
it.
Good. I'm good. Thanks.
A little bit of lime.
Ooh, lime and Coke.
Yeah.
All right, shall we move on now that we've done that and we don't have to worry about that anymore? I can get that out of my house.
It lingers.
You want to do an opener, Adam? You got something?
Yeah, sure. Why?
Is it getting worse as we sit here?
No, it's just like it won't go away. You know, it's kind of weird.
All right, we'll do Adam's opener presented by Factory Fabrication.
All right, so this week I want to talk about doing car stuff with your friends. This maybe not necessarily motorsport related, because you don't always have friends that do motorsports things, but they like cars and stuff.
Yeah.
And I enjoy a good old fashioned like cruise, drive, stuff like that. So I came across there's these only in your state pages on Facebook, and they have websites and all that stuff. And I came across this one here for Iowa where they drive you around the state and you get to go to a bunch of waterfalls.
So you're driving through state parks.
And
Yes.
Which, to be fair, people may not know.
yeah,
We don't have like
The entire
Tons.
state is flat.
it's. Well, that's not entirely true.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
be-
Nebraska flat,
I'm
but
going
it's
to be
flat.
honest. There's way more waterfalls on this list than I thought would actually be in the state. And when you look at them, they look like
Nice waterfalls.
really cool places to go and visit. Like,
Yeah,
I
that-
did not expect them to be as waterfally as they are.
Yeah,
Suppose that is eastern Iowa. And
A lot of it is
We're
Eastern.
from western
See,
Iowa.
this is the problem. Is a lot of you go to this website or this Facebook page. You oh, that sounds cool. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're all Eastern Iowa. Weird. They're all along that river.
No one goes
They're not
to the
on our
west
side
side.
of the state ever. But I think it'd be kind of cool to just go and do. And they have a few other ones here and there. But yeah, maybe we should do stuff like this more often. Not this one necessarily.
an
'cause
8 hour 20-minute drive.
That is the problem.
we
Is
can do
it-
half of it. Or
is it's
none
an
of it.
8-hour drive. I don't think it gets really anywhere close to us.
No. Well, I don't know all the cities where you start in Decorah,
Which is far eastern side of the state.
then you go to McGregor, Solon,
Thus moving up north, but all east.
Mason City.
Mason City's straight north of us, but it's still a solid, like, long 2-hour drive. That drive is super boring.
Yep.
We could drive to a waterfall,
Just one.
have lunch, come back.
Well, and I mean, you don't even need to do this road trip. There's lots of cool lakes and stuff like that around here that we could cruise out to and stuff like that. Excuse me. Wow.
It's coming back. It's just the LaCroix and the
There.
octopus jerky's not
just
ideal, huh?
there.
I'm glad I didn't eat any
It's
of
a
it.
deal. But wow. I just think it'd be fun to do more stuff because this I can take my kid to,
Yeah.
you know? So that's kind of the things I'm having to find is ways to involve my kid and still be able to do my car stuff. Which, like, so this weekend I went to an autocross with a friend, brought the kid with me. He fared pretty well, but towards the end of it, he was getting real cranky.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah. So
Just put him in the back seat and let him fall asleep.
it was literally 100 degrees.
No. I mean, if we did this,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If, you know,
throw him in the back,
on
get him out.
the transit, he could just sleep, and then he could just run ragged
Yeah.
at the waterfall,
Yep.
and then put him back in the car and let him sleep again,
Yeah.
which works well.
I know it's not that creative, but it would be nice to do something at Ledges sometime.
Yeah.
Just
that-
Ledges is fun.
We tried
Turn
to go
that
to,
into a poker run.
we tried to go to Ledges yesterday, and we were out of the car for less than 2 minutes and decided this is way too buggy and got back in the car and left.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's nasty out there this
Yeah.
year. So, but then we went to Sailorville and
That was
cruised
better.
around the lake, and there wasn't as many bugs, and that place has got some cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
You could do Sailorville to Ledges, or Ledges to Sailorville, or whatever.
That'd be
Yep.
fun.
But yeah, it'd be nice to do something, hang out with people, do a barbecue thing in the middle of the
Yeah.
day. That would be fun.
We should do those sort of things
Yeah.
more often.
If people are interested, they should hit us up on the group.
There you go.
Definitely.
Let us know if you guys want to do that. I think people would want to do
Or
it.
if you're not in our area, just go cruise with your friends sometime. Bring it back.
We can start at my house so you guys can see what my house looks like.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
but
he says
I
that now, but
I don't
like
want to drive on gravel though.
the day comes and he'll be like,
Well,
you know,
I don't want you guys to get dirt on your cars.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are just like the Corvette owners, and I don't want you guys to get dirty. And that's
Yeah, well, and I don't have an LS powered thing. So.
I don't want that.
It's a
Or a
whole
luxury
a whole
vehicle.
neighborhood thing.
I don't have a luxury vehicle either. So
Yeah, I'm not driving my shit on your gravel, man.
Yeah, I don't think they'll let you in the gate. And it's a whole thing.
Yeah, see what kind of people we hang out with. It's ridiculous
I'm not even mildly surprised by it.
that this is his lifestyle now and his
Yeah.
attitude.
Yeah.
It's changed him.
Did it though?
He used to be into like SR20s and stuff, you know. He did though.
I grew up.
That's kind of our fault.
Yeah, you can take responsibility for that.
For the SR20?
No,
No.
for the not SR20 for the
Oh.
LS life. That's kind of our fault.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like even just in the time frame of this podcast.
There's an episode where we rationalize how going the LS route was the only logical answer.
And there was also a point in an episode where Robbie said he would never do such a thing.
I had no intention to. No,
So it's really our own fault.
you've created this monster.
Doesn't mean I have to hang out with it.
That's true. I wouldn't.
I'm just saying.
Just let him be by himself.
Robbie's like, I wouldn't hang out with me.
no, just let him go.
Objectively, I am
Leave him
terrible.
alone. There's a reason he's alone a lot.
Now it just made it sad.
Yeah, see,
Again, you guys are in a weird mood.
we can't do this during the day. It has to be at night.
Maybe it's the heat.
It is hot.
It has been nasty hot.
Mid 90s, upper 90s.
Yeah.
I saw 101 yesterday.
Yep.
That's nasty
Yep.
stuff. So anyway, yeah.
I had my first experience with the red mist in someone else's car yesterday.
Really, I'm gonna blow this candle out
Jesus
because
Christ.
the smell was not as offensive as I was prepared for.
That's okay.
Oh, jeez. What other car?
Well, we were at the lake with Jess's family.
Okay.
And her dad's like, let's take the Camaro out. So
Oh,
he's
hell
got
yeah.
he's got a 17 Camaro SS.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I want you to drive it. I'm like, are you sure?
Stick?
No, it's auto.
Ah,
auto
bump deal.
convertible. It's for the lake.
Convertible even.
It's for the lake
Ooh,
life.
That's a lifestyle.
So he's like, you drive. Jess, you ride shotgun. We'll sit in the back. I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, you know how I drive. He's like, no, I want you to drive. I want to show you some places. I'll let you drive. So he's like, just get on it. Okay. Just go. Drove it like I'm driving the 240, and like everyone's held onto their hats. I was like, Jess, you know he's gonna hate me for this. So we're just booking it, trying to go. What I hit, 100? I think I hit 100 before I finally said, let's dial it back a little bit.
Allegedly.
On the track.
What did he have to say for himself after that?
He was having a good time. He's like, I think it's faster than your 240. I'm like, I don't know. It's awfully heavy.
Yeah, I highly doubt it.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy car.
Certainly. Well, it might handle similarly.
I hate driving the Camaros.
Yeah.
The new Camaros. The windshield's too short. The angles of the view is just terrible. I mean, he loves
that's
that
one of those
car.
things I think is a lot of like individual preference.
Yeah.
Like, I know when Don used to own that 350Z, I hated driving that car, but it felt real natural to him. But the driving position for me, the way I'm built, where I have real short legs and a long torso, it didn't work for me.
No, I had to have it. For me to be comfortable, I wanted the seat on the floor. Then I can't see anything.
Right.
So then I had to raise it up to a point where I'm not comfortable in the car, but I can see better.
Right.
But my head's sticking above the windshield.
That's
So
a
it's-
real preference-based thing.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I get that.
No, I did not like driving that car. It's a cool car, but definitely not for me.
I have been in a handful of cars that I'm just like, I can't, no matter what I do, I just can't be comfortable in this car. So
That car is going to be a collectible next year. I'm just saying.
when they do the
put
new
that
one
grill
out,
thing on the front of the
Yeah.
19s, people are going to be like, you guys got any used ones? Or
But it's the newest car I've ever driven.
yeah,
1,000 miles.
damn.
I watched it break over into the 4 digits.
Oh snap!
Jeez.
Interesting.
That lake life, man.
It's that lake life, and I got a beat on it for a little bit.
It's good for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to
Needs
get out.
it.
You're past the break-in period, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Break-in period. New car with a warranty doesn't have a break-in period.
Yeah.
Anything else to report, Robbie?
No, that's it.
On your
That's,
Camaro experience?
that's literally all
Okay.
I did was
Okay.
I drove it for a little bit.
Sweet. Don't forget factoryfabrication.com. Booney is awesome. He supports us even though we talk mad shit about his cars, apparently. As a result of last
literally
episode.
everything he's ever owned, one of us at least
Does
does
he have
not.
an E30? He doesn't have an E30 now.
Apparently, he
When
does.
did he have an E30?
No, I think he bought one just recently.
He did buy
right.
one. Oh,
Just
shit.
recently.
We literally
'Cause
mad
Max-
shit talked everything.
Max
he
has
owns.
one. I knew that.
Oh man, I didn't
and
realize
then
that.
Booney went out and bought one just recently. Apparently,
So he's 0 for what, 5 or 6 on our, according to our.
Hey, wait a second. To be fair, clown shoe. I said I'm good with that.
I'm good with the clown shoe.
I said no.
I don't like the
E30
coupe as much. as the
E30 I'm
clown
good
shoe.
with.
I don't like
I
the
said no.
E30.
I said no new Mini Cooper.
Right.
I said yes.
Cooper
I'm in on
work
the Cooper.
SWJ4 or whatever the hell they're called that are $90,000. No, thank you. Used one, fine, whatever. What was the other thing?
I was
the
in-
Jag.
He used to have a Magnum, which I'm in on.
It wasn't good on the Magnum.
No Magnum.
Didn't say nice things about the Magnum. The Jag I'm good with because
I
he's
like
got a
his-
V12 Jag,
Right, he's
not
got
a V8 Jag.
Does it even run?
He drives it every
Drives every
day.
It's just a matter of time.
I see him
Poor
driving
car.
that or the Mini Cooper when I stalk by his shop.
It probably.
I've never seen the Mini Cooper.
Yeah, I've never seen the Mini Cooper.
Or
either.
Mini or what? I don't know what. I don't think it's a
No.
Cooper. I think it's a Mini.
No, Mini is the brand. Cooper is the model. So you've got Mini, and then you've got Cooper, Countryman, Clubman, Coupe, all of those. But
They
Mini
need
is
to make
the brand.
one car. Mini needs to make one car. Make one.
Well, they do kind of. They all look like the same.
Yeah,
basically
they,
the
I
same
think
It's
they
just
all make the
varying
same
sizes
car.
of the same car.
At some point, they just add some more doors and go, oh no, it's different.
It's
a-
very
it's a
similar to
Clubman.
Fiat and the 500.
Yes,
Because
which they shouldn't make multiple of those.
the
either,
500X, it just looks like they closed all the doors and stuck like an air hose on it and just inflated it a little bit.
But yeah, still, point stands. There shouldn't be multiple of those either, as we know. There should
No.
be one 500.
No, I
and a
think
Barth,
that
and
I
that's
could have
it.
put 500X on our none of us like list.
Yes,
Probably.
there was one that was worse for a while though. There was
The
a
X is the
500.
big one.
Yeah, but for a short period of time, they had something else, or maybe that was before they redesigned the X. It was awful.
Well, the X is just that Jeep, I think.
Yeah, it might be.
I'm pretty sure it's built on that. What
The
is that?
Renegade?
The Renegade platform.
That thing, that's terrible.
What is that, Robbie?
That's
that
the
the X?
500X.
Is that the X?
Should be.
Okay. Yeah, it is. You're right.
Well, whatever they
I think
make,
that's
it's
just the
not-
Jeep Renegade,
That's not the small one. Is they should not.
which I also think
should
is
stop doing that.
essentially a lifted Dart.
That's possible. The Dart is an Alfa Romeo, so
Right.
it's all yes. I think it's all the same shit.
I know. I looked into it once. They use very similar suspension, and I believe that you can put coilovers from a Dart onto a Renegade and slam the living shit out of it, which would be fantastic.
You know the problem with the Dart, since we're here, and we got no topic this
It was
week.
actually a car I was going to put on my list.
As what?
Cars that none of us like.
See, I figured you would like it.
I'm not in on the Dart.
You know what sucks about the Dart though is the Dart could have been cool. The
Dart
Dart could have been.
it could've
sick.
been-
Made
it could've been
if they
all
made
right.
it like an SRT 4 or even 6, whatever they would have decided to go with. I think that would have been all right.
I don't even think it's that bad looking. It's not great.
No, it's
But if you
No.
put a little light body kit on there for an SRT version,
Yeah.
it'd probably be pretty sick.
Yeah.
could
Put
be
some
fun.
decent wheels on it.
Again,
Could be the
that,
new
that was a
Neon.
car that they could have done
Yeah.
something with and didn't.
And the other problem with it was the only manual option was on the Eco one,
Right.
and the gearing was terrible because I drove one.
If they'd have taken the Abarth
terrible.
500 Trans and put it in that car, it probably would have been
fun.
great.
Yeah, and put a little bit bigger engine in it of some kind, give it a little more power.
Yeah.
Would have been sick. Would have been a great little car.
Right.
Not so much.
No.
And now the problem is the people that own them have made them worse.
There's a
I
lot
have yet
of
to
really
see.
bad ones.
I have
out
yet
there.
to see a modified Dart that doesn't have that person's Instagram handle on
he's right.
via vinyl. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
no.
Yes, I know
Every
I know
single
exactly.
modified Dart I see has the little Instagram symbol and then their handle after it.
Like I know that
Every
racing
time.
stripes on Dodges are a thing, but
Yeah,
why do
yeah.
they all have to have it?
Well, there's one down the street here that has the monster thing on the like over the light,
Yeah.
like over the
Yep.
headlight.
Yep. That's a thing as well.
Man,
That's terrible.
so that's the problem with the Dart is the owners.
Which I feel like that's the case for a lot of the average owner is the problem for a lot of cars,
True.
which I don't really want to get into too far because we probably have someone that listens that's in all of those categories. But
fucking 240s.
We got him pretty good last week.
that's true.
We offended a lot of
Robbie
people.
has said many a time.
It's the
A lot of the
worst
average
part of the
240
240 is
owner-
the owners.
Or like S10 owners. I was on a few S10 groups and I've left almost all of them because the average S10 owner is not the type of person I want to be associated with.
I think there's a certain type of person that joins those Facebook groups
Well, that might be.
because the Trailblazer SS ones were pretty bad. The Veloster ones were terrible. Now I'm on one Genesis group and they're not great either. So
Well, I think it's the people like us. They might join those groups, but they don't post on them. You know,
Yeah, the people you want
They're
to
in the
talk to are the ones that don't
people
talk.
you want to right are the ones that are just there in
Yeah.
the background.
I guess some of the Trailblazer SS stuff was good because some of those guys were like drag racers.
Right.
And they were doing really, really crazy builds. And so that was kind of cool. So you had that. But like the Veloster owners were trying to figure out how to modify their car for like $4. And it's not a good look.
Yeah.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
They're talking about what was the thing that they were doing? They would disconnect that somebody figured out that it changes the throttle mapping if you disconnect the clutch sensor, like to tell the ECU where the clutch is, whether it's
Okay.
engaged or not.
Yeah.
And somebody figured out that changes like the throttle mapping. If you do that,
In
or
a-
you get a
in a
check
good
engine
way?
light or whatever. I never did it because it sounded really dumb.
Like,
you
changes it
literally
how,
just reach
though?
up there and disconnect
But
it.
changes it
It's supposed to
how?
make it more aggressive.
Huh.
That seems like a
Like
stretch.
what was somebody doing? Like just disconnecting stuff and like how do you
I'm
discover
sure that he was digging through the pages and pages and pages of ECU code
Oh, and he found
the
a
proper
little,
way,
Oh,
and he
okay.
found that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
give him the
no.
benefit of the doubt here.
Instead of tuning it, he was like, "Let's just disconnect
Yeah,
this."
absolutely.
So, but yeah, I think
I would have
mean-
done it just once. Like I'm sure I wouldn't have left it that way because I would have been afraid of something. But I feel like I would have at least tried it just to see.
I couldn't bring myself to do it. Just
The
like
problem is that there's a trim panel, and like if I could just reach up in there like my Cavalier and just unplug something, fine. But I'm sure it was like my Audi where it was like this nice trim panel and it would have taken you 20 minutes of your life to remove that trim panel to get in there, and that's too much effort.
yeah. Plus, like I didn't want to be morally associated with that. You know what
You
I
don't
mean?
have to tell anybody.
Yeah, I know, but like I would know. You know when you feel guilty about something?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I would know.
literally every day of my life.
Yeah.
We're sad again.
Yeah, you did. You brought it back down really hard. Man, I'm bummed now.
But you didn't do it, so now you're not.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I feel fine. My conscience is
Well,
clear.
he's not claiming it.
I never. No, I swear I literally couldn't do it. I thought I had a moment like I could try it, I guess, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Probably the right choice.
Yeah, I agree. So anyway, I don't know how we got on this tangent, but anyway, the Dart and Booney Effective
Booney's-
Fabrication.
I'm
We
sorry,
apologize
Booney.
for making fun of Booney.
Thank you for
Sorry,
sponsoring us,
Thank you
even
for
though we
sponsoring
shit
the
talked
show.
everything that you're about.
You can see his wonderful work on YouTube or at factorfabrication.com. Hell of a fabricator, as we've said before. Quite good at what he does. Even if
As long
some
as
of
it's
us
not
don't-
picking cars.
I guess so. I like his cars. If you would like to direct any criticism or anger towards anybody,
Mini
Adam.Nielsen at
Mini
gmail.com.
Cooper, and that's not gonna get to me. You can go ahead and send it, but it's not gonna work.
I wonder who has that email, because your last name is not. It's the
There are
Germanic spelling
There are
of Nielsen.
quite a few of us on Facebook.
Oh, are there really?
Yeah.
Is there a group?
Possibly.
Nice.
I'm an admin.
I figured as much. That
We're
seems
all
like
admins,
a great
actually.
use of your time. The Adam Nielsen Facebook page. So anyway, I think that's it for the opener.
Yes.
What have you guys been up to in our non-topic show? You been doing anything fun,
I
Robbie?
sat by the lake and read a book, like a bunch yesterday.
Did you? Have you done anything else to your
Like a
car?
interesting book.
Yeah, it's the Adrian Newey book.
Oh, nice.
How to build a car. It's the size of a textbook.
Is it very textbooky?
No, it's very technical though.
Yeah, that's
because
what I
he's
mean.
the technical director of Red Bull. So
Right,
It's
yeah.
very. He like walks through the design process, the way he thinks about it, the choices he made. It's like, oh, this is wonderful.
So he's talking about from scratch. Like, there's
Yeah, yeah.
no car, we're making a car.
Basically, yeah.
Not we're modifying a car for road racing.
No, it's Formula One design,
yeah.
IndyCar design, stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there like reading. It's like, oh, this is engineering pornography. This is great.
It's pretty dry, though, I would assume.
No. He's actually a really good writer.
Is he?
Yep.
Okay.
What have been your takeaways from that so far? Anything good? Anything applicable to what you do?
No,
Professionally or not.
I don't think anything like directly correlates, but like his thought process is kind of cool, and the decision making choices are very. I mean, that's any engineering thing that he does is that way. So no, I'd say if you're a car guy, this is like number one on the list of books you need to read if you read books.
Over like Carol Shelby's.
Carol Shelby's biography, I don't know who wrote it, is the worst writer ever.
Oh, really? I thought
I read
that was a good
I
book.
read like 12 pages into it and it's like, fuck that, and went on to another book. I'll try to go back to it eventually, but
Does that go like hell?
no. Go Like Hell is AJ Baim,
Oh.
and he
okay, I
is an
thought that was-
incredible writer.
I thought that was
No,
Carol Shelby's
Go
biography.
Like Hell is the
Story of Ford GT.
Ford GT versus Ferrari at Le Mans.
Oh, okay.
And that's a wonderful book.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll read that again for sure.
Have you read that? Is it Racing in the Rain?
Yeah,
Have you read that?
it's really good.
Apparently they're making a movie out of it.
It's not really about cars.
It's more about the dog, isn't it?
It's from the dog's perspective.
Right.
His owner is a professional driver, and that's kind of where like it talks about like the love of driving and stuff. But the whole book isn't about driving at all, or it's about like his wife dying and then the family taking the kid away, and then he has to like fight them legally to get the kid back. It's a whole fucking thing. It's very dramatic. But,
Sounds
I mean,
like a movie I could get Katie to watch, but I don't know that I would like it in the end.
It's well written. There's all sorts of like aspects about cars in general, like racing, like the love of racing.
Right.
But it's very, I don't know. It's hard. Like it just draws you in a way.
Sounds
that
like it's kind of chick flicky.
it could be, but but if you love dogs,
Right.
that's also that adds to it. Because
I just know that they're making a movie of it.
Because it's sad too. Because the dog is like 15 years old, so he's on his way out. So he's like writing it as he's like on his deathbed, or the dog is speaking.
It's his
on
autobiography.
Yeah. So the dog's talking about how he watched all this fold out when he's watching his owner try to be a professional driver, travel, and
That's bizarre.
I spent a long time.
That's
since
a
I read it.
bizarre perspective to choose for a book.
But it's well done.
I bet it's a really cool book, though.
Yeah,
I've heard.
probably. I'd be
I've
interested
heard
in
from.
reading it. Yeah.
I've heard that it's really well written and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that was on my list of ones that like everyone's like, you got to read it. Like if you're a car guy, you're a dog guy, you'll love it. Like it's such a weird concept. I don't know. No, I read it.
worked out.
I read it in like a week and a half. Just knocked it out.
What was that other book that you? I think was it from the perspective of somebody that worked in a pit, that worked in like a NASCAR or an F1?
You're talking about
crew?
the Steve Matchett book?
Is that it?
I haven't read it yet.
Oh, you haven't read it?
I got
Okay.
like a complete bookshelf of books. I'm like, this looks
I
good.
need
I'll
to get
buy
to
it.
that,
And I hoard books, so I always have something to read next. So I'm always jumping from book to book to book. Like I don't read two at a time. It's a one book, and as soon as I get done, I go to another one. Mm-hmm. So
2 at a time would be rough.
I can't do it.
I don't think I could do that either. It's been a long time since I've sat down and read a book, but 2 at a time would be real rough.
No, I know some people that do, and I can't.
Yeah.
The Mechanic's Tale is the one you're talking about.
Yes,
That's the one I accidentally ordered 2 copies of, and you have one.
Yep. I haven't opened it either. That's why I was asking if it was good.
I've heard really good things. Talking about a book I haven't read yet, so
Yeah,
no,
right.
that's on my short list of ones next in line.
Have you read anything specifically that you felt, other than like a Ross Bentley book, would be really good for somebody that's interested in car setup?
It is the book from. God, I keep going back to the Ross Bentley book. It's
There's an Arrow book that
the race performance driving book by. It's the textbooks that they use at the not Bondurant.
Skip.
Skip Barber. The Skip Barber
okay.
textbook is
Yep.
really, really good. I've read that.
But it actually talks about car setup and not.
Yep.
I mean, I assume it talks about racing also, but
Yeah.
as far as being a
it's
driver.
going faster. The art of
Oh, okay. Yep, I've heard of that.
race driving. That one's really good. I still think Ross Bentley's is best because Ross is. Which one do I have? The Ultimate Speed Secrets, I think.
Yeah, the one that's the accumulation of several books.
He's got like 8 of them, and I got 2. One's on order, which is again I'm hoarding books, and then the other one's already here. But I can't think of what that one's called now.
I have his autocross one, and I haven't read it cover to cover yet, but I kind of read some of the things that I was specifically interested in right away when I got it, and I've never had time to double back to it.
I have Ultimate Speed Secrets, and then the other one is the Lost Art of Performance Driving. That one should be here tomorrow, actually. Tuesday.
That's the new one, though, right?
Yep, that's the newest one. I haven't read that.
I have that one too, and I got about halfway through it, and it got so technical.
Yep.
That like I just went, I'm not actually retaining any of this information
Right,
anymore,
that's the
and I had to
problem.
stop.
I kind of his books are more like you read it when you need it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt too. I was like, if I was at like literally, I was on a track, and then I went, okay,
what am I
now I
doing wrong?
understood. Now I understood what he was talking about. Then I'd like talk about a nerd, get the textbook out at the track,
Yep.
and look at it, and then go, okay, I think I can remember this long enough to like
Or maybe even
experience it and retain it.
like skim it, and then when you come home, read it
Read it
again.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those books that like I was sitting in bed reading, and in the beginning of the book, there's a section that talks about how to have your seat set up properly, where your legs are the right length and your arms are the right length from your steering wheel. I got up out of bed, went to the shop, and set up my seat. You know, it's like I got to be at work in like 5 hours, but fuck this, like, I got to get it right. So it's one of those books I couldn't read before bed because I'd be thinking about the setup on the car or like things I'm doing wrong, or I need to get to a track, and
Yeah.
so
I get that.
that's a very technical book. It's very coachy, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not really an entertainment book.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No,
but
no,
no.
Don't like sit down and read it thinking you're going to read through it and
Yeah, this will be fun. No,
yeah,
it's a learning.
It's for a purpose, but it serves a very. I was gonna say righteous, not really. We're racing cars, like don't make it any don't make it any bigger deal than it is. But yeah, it serves a very specific purpose that you can get a lot of information and use it. Real application.
Absolutely.
So that part of it is good.
They're really well written.
Yeah, he's a great writer.
Yeah.
And like the way he speaks, like
He's
in his
very
podcast,
knowledgeable.
you can kind of see it come through in the book. Like when I'm reading it,
Now I
feel
hear
like
him.
I'm hearing him.
I hear
from
him
the podcast.
because I've listened to enough of his shows,
Yep.
as well as him being on here, even.
Yes.
So, which was cool.
Is it? His podcast is still going.
He's
yeah.
a busy guy.
He
He's
did
always
that.
traveling.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
hard to do. I
No,
suppose
he's-
doing it, he can do stuff over the phone, and
That's what he
whatever,
does.
but-
I think he banks a bunch of them
Does them in
because
advance.
they're not time sensitive.
Sure. Yeah, true. He's not doing current events or anything like that, so that part
It's a
of
much
good.
smarter way to do a podcast.
Yeah,
Definitely.
the way that we do this podcast is dumb.
It works out.
But anyway, we got off on a tangent there, but that was some food for thought for people that are looking for.
That is, if you want to ask me opinions on books, that's what I kind of turn my Instagram into. Like every time I start a new book, I'll go back and comment on the previous book I just finished, and then post the new book that I'm reading. So I was going automotive based, not automotive based, and then back and forth, just to try to have a balance. But now it's been automotive heavy the last like 6 months, which is fine.
Cool.
Speaking of seat setup, I am super jacked about where my seat is in the RX-7.
Yeah?
Mounted that shit to the floor. So I did get the Corbeau rail for that.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah.
Which ones do you have? Are those...
Those are the...
Is that a Clubman?
I think that's a Clubman. I was going to say a Sportman, but I think
it's
Clubman.
the same one I have on my driver.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
That sounds right.
I really, really like that seat.
I do not like it.
No?
It's actually it's good when it's bolted to the floor. I actually took the seat pad out and put it behind me to try to support, to kind of like push me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Push my back forward a little bit, because I don't like, again, that one's not too bad because it's bolted to the floor. It's a little bit more upright, but I just don't like, they do lean back a lot, which some people like that.
Mine, I mean, maybe it's just the way that the frame or the rail is built, because mine's custom.
Yeah.
But mine, I don't think I lean back too far in it.
In the original setup that was in that car, I felt like I was leaning back a lot. So this one's bolted to the floor. It's shimmed forward just a hair, or shimmed up in the back just a hair. Yeah, it works really well. And then I took the seat cushion out, so I'm like down in that shit. It's awesome. Yeah, I gotta.
So I remember, if I remember right, you had a seat cushion that my car, because mine was in the car when I got it.
Yeah,
and that cushion is not there in my car, because mine's a real early Clubman. And so because Chaz used to own them, so we were kind of comparing my seat to the seats that you ended up with.
Yeah.
And there are a few little differences. The one of those being that I don't have that pad, so I sit deeper down in there, and so your legs are kind of at like an upward angle.
Yeah.
Towards your knees.
Yep.
Which I actually like.
I'm not as big a fan of that, but I think now, because I've got it kind of tilted forward a little bit.
Mine is tilted way forward.
It really helps.
The back of mine is shimmed way up.
I think oddly my pedals not floor hinged.
Yep.
So that helps too, because they're a little bit off so my legs kind of come out not straight in front of me, but they're not angled
More
down.
flat.
Yeah, because like if your knees come up and then your legs go back down again towards the pedals, that's a weird seating position for me personally. I don't like that as much.
No, that's how the Avalanche is, where it's like I'm basically driving on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the 240, it's kind of like the same as the RX-7, where the pedals are up against the firewall.
Yeah. Yep. I'd say it's probably very similar pedal setup, but so yeah, I got that set up and got my race quip harnesses in, which I'm happy with. The latch style ones, not the rotary style ones. Whatever that thing is, the cam lock.
Cam locks.
Yeah, I rode in another car again the other day that had cam locks, and I'm sticking to my decision on that. I just don't like them.
I have cam locks in the Omni, and I don't like them either.
So I've only ever had cam locks, but now I got the same race quip ones you have. So
yeah, do you
So those are
think you
like-
like that better?
I haven't used it much, but I think
Those are
happy with
SFI
them.
rated,
Yeah.
These are, yep.
Yep.
and they were
80.
I think they were
that's so
80.
cheap.
I think they were
They're
80
$80 a piece.
Yep.
so
what-
cheap for
Everyone
SFI
should be running
rated.
these.
There's no reason
There's
not
no
to.
reason not to.
No, because even the Corbos are 150.
Right.
Or no, wait, those are cam lock. But either way,
There's no reason not to get a good rated harness when they're that cheap.
agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Yeah. They're a little wide. I think maybe my other ones are a little broken in.
These
so
are-
I'm
yeah,
not
these are
used
a
to
full
it.
3
They're
inches,
3
aren't
inch
they?
wide because they're SFI. I think my other ones are too, but maybe they're older. I'm not really sure, but they're wide.
3 inches, air quotes, but we all know they're 2.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Who
It's
knows
like the
if they
lumber
changed that.
industry.
Yeah.
2x4.
2x4, what we know.
I got to get my submarine belt in. So
Oh, yep.
I still need to do that, but that's about it. Yeah, Robbie's got a picture of it up there. It's
Are your
all in
seats
there.
have like a hole in the bottom for your
Yeah.
5-point?
Yeah, I've got a little hole down where that seat pad is that I took
Gotcha.
out that I can
Yep.
just thread it through. I just got to find a spot to bolt it down that's secure, and there's like an angle it's supposed to be at and all that. So
Yeah,
it's correct, you know?
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's like right, almost like in line with your lap belts, almost.
Yeah, I think there's a couple ways to do it. There's a diagram that shows, where it should be.
Right.
So, I mean,
Race Grip sends one that you can go off of, and there's other,
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, you could look
other
at the
series
SFI,
have their own specific ones.
the SFI rating for them and how they calculate that,
Yep.
where it's supposed to be. But so, yeah, it's back together. I got to do a little bit of touch up on the cage, which I think is going to be a constant battle. So
You'll get to the point where you're just like, to heck with it.
Yeah. Yep.
What if you just get some like clear vinyl
I did that.
over your rub points?
There is some clear vinyl on it. I'm probably going to do some more.
Do you need
it's
to put
just a pain.
some pool noodles on there?
I did put some pool noodles on the.
Did you actually use
bash
pool
bars.
noodles, or did you buy a
no,
real?
No.
Okay.
It's actual roll cage padding.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just an experience. I don't know. Never had a roll cage, so I'm learning stuff, quirks, whatever. But so I got the car running, got it put back together, drove it. It's still as fucking fast as I remember it being. I forget how fast that car is, man.
I'm sure
it
it's
doesn't
quick.
make any sense at all. It should not be
It
as
did
fast.
seem
as
like it was
it's like Jesus.
way
Christ.
quicker than I had expected it to be from the passenger seat.
Considering it's basically stock lift and duration to the Firebird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, because it's not that direct takeout, because it came from the Caprice and we added longer rock arms and blah blah blah. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand why that car's so fast.
You think it's like that header design is just the stock manifolds are so bad, and that really like helped?
I don't know. Every time I tell someone that it's an LT1, they're like, "Oh, those make a lot of torque." So I wonder if it's
They do
since
make
it's
a
been
lot of
tuned.
torque.
It's never been on a dyno, so I wonder if it
Right.
just makes like 400 foot-pounds of torque, and I don't know that. You know what I
That'd be
mean?
awesome.
It makes like 300 horsepower, but 400 foot-pounds of torque,
Which is
Something
really
stupid.
the way you want it to be,
Yeah, there you
frankly.
But I am.
What's your car weigh? Like 27?
It weighed 27, probably weighs like 29 now, if I had to guess. I'm going to put it back on the scale.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a picture. I was super pumped. I mean, it looks good. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, it does look good.
You should show my wheel gap, Robbie.
Kind
That'll
of
make
monster trucking it now, aren't you?
Yeah, boy.
Fuck them
That
all.
wheel gap. There it is. Go back.
Right there?
Yeah, boy.
Hey,
So much clearance, though.
it's good.
So we were looking at this. We were looking at this before we started, and you've decided that to hell with this lowboy life.
I'm not doing it, man. I
No,
mean, I'm
don't do it.
I'm okay with a
Pro
decent
one.
fitment in the back. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
It's because it's not really going to affect anything unless everything goes like super negative back there. I might not even do that.
But like,
Fuck it, just raise
you
the
look
whole
at
thing
these.
up in the
You
air.
look at
Yeah.
these Pro 1 cars, and they've got 1.5 miles of fender gap.
Yeah, Chelsea
So-
Denofa's car has, like I was saying earlier, literally you could put your fist between the
top
wheel.
of the wheel or the top of the
tire.
tire and the fender.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, this low life isn't necessarily all it's cracked up to be.
I'm just saying that I'm not going to start there. And I will probably not end up there.
You kind of, if you're gonna have the front that high, you kind of have to have the back up there to make it look right.
Yeah.
You don't want like this old school gasser look for your.
Well, you know, who knows?
I don't know. Maybe that'd be good for weight transfer or something.
Might be
I
good
don't
for
know.
weight transfer
I
or
don't know.
grip or something in the rear. But yeah, I mean, look at his car. I mean, he's got
Denofa's.
the most caster I've ever seen on a Mustang, but
It's way in there.
that wheel is way shoved
So
forward.
he's got like 4 or 5 inches off the
center,
fender.
Yeah. But I'm not convinced that not only that, but on that car anyway, when you lower it that far, those rear or those bottom A arms go super negative the wrong direction. Like
I don't
way
know.
negative.
I don't know if it's the same way for double, because that's double A arm, right?
No, it's single.
Oh, you're McPherson strut.
Yeah. Yep.
So I know for a fact that you are not supposed to have that at an upward angle towards the outside of the car. That's significantly
changes the
like impacts handling abilities. If anything, it should be flat or downward
yeah.
some.
It was super.
That's
wrong
like
direction.
rule number 1 for a McPherson strut.
You're making
So-
some people not very happy right now.
That's fine.
Just make it flat, call it a day.
It is flat now.
At the end of the day, I would rather have a car that performs the way I want it to, handles correctly, than looks good.
Agreed.
That is what it is.
Technic agrees with me. That's what started this whole thing.
Right.
Because I asked about alignment. There's an article out there by Super Street maybe where they asked Diago about his setup for Formula D. So I read through some of that, and then I talked to Nick, and he's like, we gotta make some changes to the way that we
Well,
build cars because that's super not good.
if you want to get real crazy, you can get like roll center adjustment, and you can get, offset A-arms to try and keep the car low while still having the correct geometry with the A-arm being level or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that stuff, your only option is to keep it up in the air a little ways.
And
frankly, it's a more usable car that way.
Well, my next issue I was going to have is I was probably going to have to cut the inner fenders out, which I don't
really
think I have to do that now.
You don't want to do that
now
either,
that I fixed this.
And
I like being able to drive on and off my trailer.
That's nice.
Like
That is
just
good.
on off.
We have like
on off, on
we have
off,
like half an episode about
me being
the
pissed about the
diabolical
trailer.
of
Yeah.
trying to load the Fiat into the trailer.
Right. So it's still low. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like
yeah,
it's
no,
not
it's-
low. It's there. It is sitting. I mean, but I raised the front 2 inches, a full 2 inches, because I checked.
So you can drive it up and on and off the lift now, I would imagine too.
Yeah, I think actually it
Swing
does
the
come on and
arms
off
out
the
from
lift.
under now.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's
Nice.
It's amazing, isn't
Kind
it?
of crazy how much time is wasted trying to get your car places when it's too low. Just trying to get your car to do things.
These crazy race ramp setups that are 15 foot long
not
just to
worth
get
it.
it off the trailer.
It's not worth it. No, but it's never race ramps. It's like some combination of old 2x4s nailed
Well,
together.
yeah,
you know
that's
what I
fair.
mean?
That's fair.
So, but yeah, I'm in agreement. After I looked at it, I think we should take into consideration front suspension geometry when we build cars. I mean, just in general, drift cars,
think
other
that-
That's
cars.
probably a good idea.
I think that there's not being in it too deep, but I think that there might be a thought where like handling doesn't matter that much when you're drifting, but they're wrong
They're absolutely wrong.
about that. Like you still want a car that handles well and performs correctly. I mean, you still want grip in the front. You still want that stuff.
Yeah, I've heard people complaining about front end or basically push, so they're getting understeer.
Yep.
And when I talked about that with Nick, he thinks it's because everybody runs like stupid camber in the front, because what they the way they justify it is when you're on full lock, your wheels are straight up and down. But that's not necessarily what you want, and I'd be interested to do some more experimentation with this because I don't have any firsthand experience with it, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But his understanding was you want to have a similar front end alignment to like a road racing car, because really the critical point is your initial bite when you initiate the drift. That's going to keep you from understeering. If you bite real hard when you initiate the drift, then you're just kind of maintaining and lightly steering the car at that point. There's way less load on those front tires once you're in drift than when you're starting the drift, which, I mean, that totally makes sense once he explained it. So running 8 degrees of camber is not
advantageous.
advantageous. The way he
Maybe more like
explained it.
3.
Yeah, 3. Diago said 5. Nick said 3. I'm at like 4.5, and I've got camber plates, so I can move them.
Right.
Plus, once I went to about 4.5, now I'm in the middle, so I can do more, I can do less.
Do you run a lot of tow?
I'm about 3/16 toe because that was about my. That's where I hit my attention span limit on setting the toe.
I get that.
So yeah, we used Robbie's quick trick kit and set that up, but it's much better than it was because it was a lot when I first started, because obviously all that stuff had been taken apart and put back together. It was maybe like 1/2 inch. I mean, it was really off. So it's about 1/4 or 3/16 toe out.
Total tow?
Yeah, total. Yeah,
Okay.
total. Yep.
Okay.
So it's about 1/8.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, it's totally reasonable.
I don't know if you'd
looks
want,
reasonable.
like, do you want a bunch of tow or? Because
I
I
think
know
it's that
tow
same-
is good for like turn in,
Yeah.
but I wonder if that even matters when you have like a ton of angle. Like, where does that end up? And
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. It probably
I
makes,
wonder how much tow changes as you.
it probably makes your Ackerman worse.
I would
the more
think.
toe you have.
I would think
because your wheels are already farther apart.
Yep, that's what I was kind of.
That's probably true. So unless you got a way to compensate for that,
Which I don't know how you would.
you'd have to have some sort of Ackerman adjustment, which is like where your pickup point is for your, or your pickup point, and then also where your rack is. It's going to change your Ackerman. But again, you want that initial bite.
Yeah, you do want a little bit.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree. You want a little bit, maybe not like autocross levels.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Plus, you're potentially moving at a different rate of speed, especially
Right.
if you're turn 12 or whatever at
Right.
RPM.
Yeah, you're doing
110's not real cool to have like a ton of toe out.
no.
But
I remember reading Nick's posts on his website about like changing rear toe on his 240 because he was getting more controlled skids or initiation was easier or something like that. Like he was just making little changes in toe and having significant changes to the way the car reacted and stuff like that, even in the back.
yeah, they
Which
make
is
a
interesting.
adjustable toe arm. Somebody does. Mike, who listens to the show, I'll never be able to find it to say it, but one of his buddies makes an adjustable toe arm. Which that, if you get to that point, that might be something to consider. It's basically just an arm that you adjust the toe. Basically, that arm changes length, more or less, and that you can adjust your toe that way. There are some disadvantages to the RX-7 rear chassis, which we've discussed
that
before.
Trailing
Yeah,
arm?
it's trailing arm. Yep.
Okay.
So you to adjust alignment in the rear, you have to adjust like everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got those wobble washer things, and
Yep.
so it's not ideal from that perspective, which is why the 240 has been more popular. But obviously, they're getting more and more expensive, and people keep crashing them into shit. And so
Apparently 350Zs are where it's at.
350Zs are where it's at right now.
Apparently.
That seems to be the case.
Which
That got the Nick DeVries stamp of approval as well.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
I think it was
Oh,
him.
yeah, right.
He
We
said,
were talking
I mean,
about-
just flat out, they're better cars to start with and all that than the 240 ever was. It's just that people jumped to the 240 first and have stuck with them.
300 horsepower seems like more than enough,
Yeah, that's
For a beginner.
That's plenty to start with.
but I could
Yeah.
also see that a stock KA is not. You have to be more precise, which is not something you are when you're a beginner.
Right.
So I could see the frustration.
Yeah.
That's probably a better middle starting point. 200 horsepower might be good, 250, 300 might be a little bit excessive, but at least it's there as you progress. Plus, there's swap kits, there's superchargers, there's all kinds of crap if you really get wild. Is it CD 009 or whatever it is, that transmission? It's supposed to be a really good transmission. So
That's a transmission that's pretty commonly swapped into 240s, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You would even
I
considered
considered
that
it.
when you had the SR.
there's
yeah,
even
people do it with the LS. Even.
Oh, really?
yeah, there's an LS adapter plate, so
Interesting.
you can
Yep.
keep your transmission, sell your VQ, and
Oh,
still do
okay.
the LS swap and use that
Okay.
transmission. The gearing's a little weird.
Yeah.
So you have to take that into consideration, but
Oh.
for the LS anyway, it's just a little off. Or maybe it's the LS to like 240 RX-7 rear end is not ideal.
Yeah,
It's just like first gear is unbelievably short.
Well, yeah, because you have
Worthless.
a way different torque curve
Yeah,
for that motor than what you would from the motor that was in it originally.
yeah. And I don't know, the 350 probably has a different rear end gearing, which is going to make a big difference.
Do you know what your rear end ratio is in the
430.
430.
Yeah, my first gear is basically worthless as well.
Especially if you make as much torque as you think you might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it just burns through first. It's
Just launch the car in second. Fuck it.
yeah. That's kind of what I've been doing.
Done that. So, do you need spacers to make your wheels in the back stick out, match your front?
I haven't mounted the square wheels that I bought from Zach Burt.
Oh, gotcha.
So I've got tires in the garage, obviously, that I need to get mounted, and then I'll fix that rear end deal.
What did you buy from him? What are they? Do you know?
They're square, which is, I think, only Injuku sells them.
Oh, that's the brand?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Square.
when you said square, I thought you meant.
Yeah.
Square
So
setup.
Yeah.
yeah, I know it's kind of a little confusing, and they're not square either. It's because they're 17 by 9s and 18 by 9.5s. So there's two of each, and Kevin ran them 2 years ago. I think
they're
before he got his
actually
Koenig.
his old wheels.
No, they're not Kevin's wheels. He
Oh,
ran those
okay.
wheels from Injuku before
I gotcha.
Koenig came in and gave him a deal. So they've been running Pro 2. I've seen some other guys run them drifting too. The nice thing about them is they're not expensive,
Right.
and
It's key.
we've seen to have found that cheap wheels do better with curb drops and stuff like that. So
Interesting.
yeah, because rear wheels rule the world, right? They're the best kind of wheels.
I don't know, man. I've kind of had I've been on a wheel kick lately. Like I can't afford any of the cool wheels I want, but there's some really cool
You looking
wheels
at two
out there.
pieces?
No,
Swing piece?
I'm not even looking. I just like see wheels. and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, those are fucking sweet. Wheels are a thing that I could see myself going down a rabbit hole with if I had a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And like next thing I know, I'd have
absolutely.
like 15 sets of wheels I don't have anything to do with
Just start collecting
just
them.
because they're cool.
Well,
Like,
I get.
I want to buy these because they might go on something someday. It's like,
Yeah, start
I
with
feel
the
like-
wheels and tires, and then build the car.
Yeah, like
off of that.
now I have these wheels. I got to buy a car for.
Yeah, I see. There's this page. I think it's called Garage Attack or something like that. He's a small business and he imports stuff from Japan.
Yep.
And like the wheels aren't that expensive, like less than $1,000 for
Yeah.
a set.
Yeah.
And it makes me really nervous. I don't think he's brought anything that's like the right size for my car yet. But
For which one?
it'd be for the RX-7.
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
kidding me? Like old JDM wheels? What?
For the Jenny.
No, for the RX-7.
I know, but for the Jenny.
He never has anything that big.
Yeah, you'd have to have big ones.
I need some
suppose.
20s on
you
the
gotta have
Genesis,
to
which
clear
I'm not
it.
opposed to, but we don't need to go there.
Yeah, he hasn't been looking at all.
I haven't looked at all at two pieces.
Last time we got here, he was cruising the web for Genesis
What was
wheels.
that? What page was I looking at for those?
Hotboywheels.com or something.
I think that's what it was. They're so expensive. Why are they so expensive? Two and 3 piece wheels are like outrageous.
$1,000 a
Yeah,
piece.
they're crazy.
Outrageous.
But even like, just cast one piece wheels. There's some really cool wheel designs out there, and,
Yeah.
and I've kind of been like seeing that stuff
Yeah.
lately.
I mean, Rotiform makes
Some cool stuff.
sweet wheel. I mean, it was sick that Petrolbox. I think they still do give them away, but like yeah, their
Well, I
wheels
was
are
even-
awesome.
Like I'm even looking at like old used weird stuff.
No, I get that for sure.
Like
Trust me,
those
I've been looking
wheels
at
that
old
were at
JDM
that
wheels.
swap meet that were like Dodge Direct Connection specialty parts. Like I don't know why I want those, but I do.
Those I know they're super popular now. I don't think they used to be, but the Triforce wheels, the 3-spoke wheels,
Not into the 3-spoke.
you don't like them?
I'm not into the 3-spoke.
I'm not into it either.
It's super old JDM.
It is
Yeah,
super
people
old
like
school.
it.
Love it.
I get it. I've never been a fan of the 3-spoke.
The problem is people actually collect.
Yeah.
Like Travis actually has a collection of Triforce wheels.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing.
that you're competing with that.
Right. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I get that.
And
but I'm not
the
into it.
Other dude. Oh no, I should remember his name. Purple RX-7. I think he's got Triforces. No, there may be a couple versions of them.
Yeah,
There's a lot of them.
He's got. It was the guy that had the heart built on his roll cage.
Yeah, yeah.
That Travis did.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
got Triforces. I can't remember. His name might be Dakota. I can't remember. Sorry, dude.
I can't remember either.
It's hard to remember.
So many
Still
people.
new.
We've met a lot
Still
of
new
people.
here.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I am the worst at names. But
But
yeah, he's got
wheels are-
Triforces, and I was like, God dang it! Like those don't look. Those look
You
good.
like
I
you like
think
that setup?
on the '80s RX-7?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
no, I
like
get
it.
it.
It looks correct. It all kind of
It works.
it works in that case. On another car, it probably looked terrible.
Right.
But on like Travis's S13, I'm in. Looks
Yeah.
great.
They do look.
You
I
like
mean,
these weird things? I don't know what you would call that.
Jesus Christ.
What is that?
It's a two
It's like
spoke.
Oh,
a
the two- the
two-stroke.
two-spoke
It's like
wheel.
some Forgiato
Oh,
shit.
There's no way those are in any way balanced, right? I mean,
They can't be.
Is that on a CTS, Robbie?
No, I think it's
That
accurate
you
TL.
found? Oh, it is, isn't it?
kind of looks like a G8. It's a TL though.
I think it's a TL. Maybe it's a G8. I don't know.
That's like
weird.
some like 20 foes. You get some 2-blade 20 foes.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's a thing though, man.
I'd be
I don't
down
know
for
what
some
it's-
20s on the
Get some-
Genesis.
I've seen like Lexan wheels. The whole face of it is clear.
What?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a
Seen-
thing.
seen
I've seen
those.
that. That's like a dub life.
Look at that! Come on, man.
It's like dubs.
3-spoke S15.
That's correct.
I guess technically it's a 6-spoke.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause
That's the
but they
split.
kind of look like the
that's the
Triforce.
It's a
split
Triforce with
3-spoke.
Yep, there you go.
Come on, man. Come on.
Is that the car? I'm pretty sure that's the car that like the other side had different wheels on it.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure that was that HKS drift car. They had one set of wheels on one side and another set of wheels on the other side. It was that way on Gran Turismo. It always bugged me.
Yeah, but for the photographer, right?
I can't be okay with that.
As long as they're the same
Like, I'm
on
not
one side.
OCDC or I'm not
It's OCD.
I'm not OCD about a lot of things, but that kind of bothers me.
unless you're drifting and have the cheap tires in the back. I like to
Right,
I like to
I
have,
get that. I get the like the necessity of it sometimes, but that was done on purpose. And I've seen there's a Forester here in town for a while. I don't know if it's still around, but it was stanced, and he had like C4 saw blade wheels on one side and something else on the other, that just bothers me.
Yeah, that would.
I'm not a huge fan of like the different axles have different wheels, but again, it's drifting, so it is what it is. But like,
Well, that like if you're just swapping
stuff, yeah.
swapping
That's
wheels
different.
through the day because that's what you got your tires mounted on, that doesn't bother me so much.
but if you had 4 sets of Triforces and then 4 sets of something else, or like a set of 4, I mean,
Yeah.
and you purposefully put steer wheels on one and then drift wheels on the other 3, or drift tires on the other 3, that would be like, that's way too much thought process going into
Yeah, I don't like that
one
at
side
all.
of your car looking one way and one side looking the other way.
but people do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's weird. Not
it's a different lifestyle.
Not into it.
Yep.
But that's the whole like form over function.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
And-
and I mean, I suppose if you're starting to like, oh, that wheel weighs different, it's like then you're really going down a rabbit hole. That's a
yeah,
little
I
too
don't
far.
know if you need to go there necessarily,
But
yeah. So, but yeah, wheels interesting. But it's like a whole lifestyle for
it's a
some
dangerous
people.
place, man. Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's like that way for the show crowd and the racing scene.
Yeah.
Wheels are a big thing.
That's the interesting thing about cars. You can get into different
Little niche
yeah, like I
parts.
don't know anything about wheels, and then you start looking at wheels and you're like, holy shit, and then you go down this complete rabbit hole and then you're bankrupt and it's this whole thing, you know what I mean? And it's not
Yeah,
where I'm at.
it's dangerous.
I guess same thing with VIP. I mean, that's a whole
It's dangerous.
deal that we don't do anything with,
Yep.
Right.
that people get into. Same thing with stance Miatas, I guess. I don't know, but it's just always areas to explore that you don't. They're not directly in your face because you don't talk to
Right.
those people, but
Or it's not prevalent in your area
right.
or whatever.
But then you see somebody kind of like transit, like Rob used to autocross, had the Subarus. Now he's got that Nissan
Cedric.
Cedric. So now he's full VIP.
Right, but he also used to have like a slammed on airbag mini truck. I think he had an S10 that like had the top cut off and had like a dump bed that was full of speakers, and like he was living that 90s mini truck life for a while too. He's posted pictures of that on his Facebook before. That guy's gone through like 30 different types
Phases.
of like automotive lifestyle. But it's made him an interesting,
Yeah,
like he's an interesting guy,
absolutely.
and he's done it all.
Yeah, and his Cedric's awesome, and
It is cool.
his Subarus were awesome. His
I think he's still got one.
sub trucks were awesome. I mean, it's just, yeah. My point is, if you're bored with cars,
It's your own fault.
You should try something else.
Yeah.
Just sell all your shit, buy some wheels, see how that works out for you.
Don't buy a car.
Just, yeah, buy the
Buy
wheels
the
first.
wheels.
and
Buy
build
the
the
wheels
car
Figure
now.
out
around
what
it.
Figure
car
out
you
the
need
car.
to put them on. Absolutely.
But you can get like any car and put wheels on it and air ride,
yeah.
because that's the thing. I mean, there's that. What was that? It was a Honda Accord.
Oh,
Grid Life?
at Grid Life the last 2 years. he's been
Yeah,
there.
with the crazy. He had
That
air
car's
ride
sick.
and the crazy. He had all the lights synced together, and he had the
He had the curtains and the whole
curtains
9
and-
yards, man.
I mean, you could just buy an Accord and then
Four-door Accord.
one day decide like I'm gonna do car shit, and you could do the VIP stuff.
Yeah.
You can do anything. But
I
anyway.
know that we have a picture of that somewhere.
Yeah, good luck finding
Yeah,
it.
It's
good luck
buried.
finding it right now. It's
Buried
super
deep.
buried. But
Yeah, I don't think this is.
you think you got a picture of it?
I don't know. We'll go
No,
with-
but
that's
that
not
is
it.
that.
We'll go with that
I'm
one.
not totally mad about that.
That-
That's
that-
pretty stanced out, but that's pretty cool. I doubt it's static.
It's on, no, it's got to be on air.
That's just a Accord. This would be it'd be the Accord Coupe that was after the one that you were talking about.
Yes.
That actually I like this one a lot, and I'm kind of surprised I've never owned one because
They're not-
I like them that much.
That is an incredibly reasonable daily driver.
Yes.
And it's quick.
Be kind of fun.
It's
fun
big.
car.
It's, I
You got
mean,
space.
You do a lot of stuff with it.
as much shit as we talk about Honda, I bet it's a pretty fun chassis to drive and stuff like that.
It'll last till like 400,000 miles.
Right. You could just
change the oil in it.
beat the piss out of it. As long as you change the oil in it, it's fine.
I like the look of it. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
That's a great car.
All right, so you got, what do you need left? Your
I need to make
steering wheel's done.
I put the NRG removable hub,
disconnect?
Yeah,
the
quick
disconnect,
disconnect.
which is
You love it.
changed my life.
I need it. Is that what you're saying?
I need that.
It's amazing how
beyond me
$140
really, really
could
bad.
change my life.
It happens.
But it's yes, everything
wonderful.
needs quick disconnect on it. Daily driver.
The
Your
Jenny?
truck. Put it on the Avalanche. It's great.
Yeah,
You don't need an airbag.
absolutely.
They're overrated.
Absolutely.
Some of them kill you.
Yeah, it's true.
It could be a safety thing.
Right,
safer
exactly.
without it. Yeah.
It's safer without an airbag, absolutely. Disclaimer. Don't listen to us ever. But yeah, so super thrilled with the quick disconnect. Got my ghetto steering wheel on there, which I'm going to leave on there for a little while because people are not super thrilled about it.
Perfect.
Why?
I love
What's
it.
wrong with
Didn't I
it?
send you a picture of it? It's
What's wrong
terrible.
with
Like
your
the
wheel?
paint's falling off of it.
Oh yeah,
It's the muscle car 4-spoke.
Oh hell yeah, it is.
There it is.
It is sick. It's terrible in the best way. And there's
fine.
no horn cover on it.
Nah,
so
you
you can
don't
see
need
it.
No, you don't want a horn cover on it.
It's it's pretty terrible.
I bet steering
like it,
wheels
though.
are another rabbit hole that you can.
You really could.
Well,
way too
NRG
deep
makes
in.
a whole bunch of steering wheels. Who's the one that all the drifters use?
Grip Royal.
Grip Royal. That's a whole thing. Then you get
Yep.
limited edition Grip Royals.
Yep.
There's like a Ryan literal Grip Royal. People collect that shit.
Yeah.
They give them away at Lone Star Drift if you
Yeah.
win.
I'm
It's like
telling
a
you,
whole
man.
deal.
That's steering wheels are probably another rabbit hole you could dive way too deeply down.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
but I'm gonna use it because I get mad negative points with the Hot Boys. Same thing with my ride height.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? And like, I don't. I'm kind of that personality, I will admit. But if people don't like something and they get offended by it, I kind of just keep doing
Kind of have
it.
to roll with it.
Yeah,
right?
because
Make it a little more obvious next time.
but it's
I know how that feels.
it's my car. It doesn't matter.
right.
It doesn't affect you in any way that I'm running that steering wheel and my ride height's
I'm
terrible.
still out here doing it, so that's what matters.
Yeah, I'm participating. We're here to do stuff. I need to make my AFR gauge not read an air code, and then I think that's
good.
it.
Nice. We're ready.
And then I would like to fix my speedometer because I would kind of like to know how fast I'm going, just
It's-
generally speaking.
It's not a bad thing to know how fast you're going.
You mean top of fourth isn't a speed?
Well, since I don't know what that is in that car because it's never worked.
Just
If it had
a
worked,
frame
at
of
some point,
reference.
I'd
Download a GPS app and get a phone cradle.
a really good phone holder.
You could get a crappy Garmin. It
I could.
Those
yeah.
are like $10 all day long, like because
Should
the
get a
maps
used-
are out of date. And
Should
you can't
get a
update
used
them.
Garmin that has like a big GPS, like a big.
Yeah, if you
that's not
wanna
the
use-
worst idea actually.
Yeah, if you go to a pawn shop and get a Garmin with a windshield mount for like $20,
If I can't
it'll give
figure-
you a speed. It won't. The maps won't be right, but that's fine
That's all.
because you won't use it as a map.
That would be kind of funny too. Like
That would probably also make some people angry.
it'd be kind of
That's my
funny.
speedometer.
A GPS speedometer is accurate. It works. It's not.
Yeah,
dumb.
the-
it's not stupid if
The
it works.
odometer GPS speedometers are not cheap
No.
for obvious reasons.
I have an app on my phone. I use it all the time. Just I'll hop in something and like this seems a little off. Just check
Zip
it.
tie my phone to something and just go
Just
with
buy
it,
a nice
Yeah.
RAM mount.
or get a RAM mount.
Yeah.
The one I bought for my iPhone, rock solid.
It's an option. I'm open to different options and ideas.
You can
But,
you can use Harry's and then you'll know
Yeah.
like what your speed was when
That's
you
true.
were initiating and stuff.
That's true.
Data.
Get some data, G-forces, get all that stuff in there.
I like it.
But yeah, it's good. Clean it up. Do a lot of cleaning. Everything's covered in red dust. 'cause
see that.
Every time I paint, it just gets shit everywhere. That's actually not paint; it's dust. And it's fucking everywhere. I don't know what it is with me and paint. Like I can't help but just get paint
He's too
dust.
far away. It's just
On, paint dust on everything.
painting it.
It's the same way when I painted the Camaro. I'm like, there's blue dust on every surface
Everything.
ever in the house. But I think that's really it. It's
You're ready to go for the next event.
Feels pretty good.
When
Yeah.
is the next event?
It's like June 23rd or something like that.
sounds
It's a
right.
2-day.
Yep.
It's June something. Hold on one second. So we got a month to go. Plenty of time. I beat the 2-week rule by a long
Yeah.
ways. Yeah, June 23rd.
Boom.
So that'll be good. Oh, I guess get the other wheels, get some tires mounted up. Maybe find one more set of tires.
So now you need 17s and 18s? Is that what you were saying?
So I've got a full set of 17s, 2 more 17s, and 2 18s.
That should be enough for a while. Like event.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Got a lot of wheels somehow all of a sudden. Plus the 15s, which are kind of like roll around the shop wheels in the off
Right.
season. Yeah, somehow I ended up with a lot of. I would like some more wheels, just in case.
I understand.
Yeah, that's it. It's good to go. So it's good. I gotta get the Fiat out because I guess we're doing an autocross or whatever. So
Oh yeah.
might want to get that out of the trailer and see what's up with that.
You're not gonna take the RX-7?
Not for that.
Oh, you should.
Well, I mean,
People want to see it.
Both.
can bring it out.
Fuck it.
If I get
Yeah.
the livery done on it, I might bring it out.
Yeah.
But are you doing a Fast Friday, Robbie?
Trying to, yeah. Well, I figured since I took off last Friday and we're going to be taking off the following Friday for Grid Life. I don't want to go to work at all. So I'm just going to try to take next Friday off and go do Fast Friday.
Basically, you're working halftime right now is what you're telling me.
Yeah, it's summer, so whatever.
YOLO.
Yep. I got vacation. They're paying me vacation time.
Yeah, they're paying you to be there.
It's
Why
fine.
not?
Whatever.
Car's ready, though?
I think so.
Feels good.
That's why I'm hoping to do a Fast Friday to do swap.
So are you running the Hoosiers? I thought you were going to try to find a set of like 200 treads or something
Yeah,
like that.
after I burn these up.
Oh, okay. You're not doing that immediately. You're
No.
gonna run the Hoosiers.
Until they're gone,
And
and
then-
then
okay.
which I think a day
Track
of
day.
a track day will help me there.
Yeah.
Get my
Those are
Everybody-
A's, right?
A7s. Yeah, so give
Yeah,
me,
a track day will be enough.
I'll
to
burn
do
through
that.
those.
They'll
Yep,
be
and
done.
it'll be a hot track day, I'm sure.
It's
so
Friday, yeah.
it'll
it'll be good.
you'll get through them
Yeah, so I got
after your face falls off from all the grip. But yeah,
that'll be fun.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it's quick. I've taken it out on
Till
the
you
back
greasy.
roads by my place, and it's quick.
feels good.
She's fast.
I'm telling you, man, we might need to line them up.
Yeah.
Eddyville. Just give it a go.
I'm down.
If only we could like rent the track.
Well, only we could rent the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, all the timing equipment will be off, but we could go when
we could
needs there.
we could
It's all
like
good.
street outlaw style that with just someone standing at the finish line. And I'll hold up a flashlight. You guys just go.
I see. I see
Whoever
what you're
crosses the finish line first wins.
Wins,
I
yeah.
mean, that's who cares how fast you went. All we care about is who won.
saying. Who has a faster car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've gotten with the little practice I've had, I've figured out how to get it into gear without grinding it too bad because the synchros are out. So it's like third, fourth, fifth.
I don't know that you'll need fourth on an eighth mile.
Yeah,
No,
if we're
probably
in
not.
fourth. We got other problems.
Well, I'm just talking in
not a
general. I'm not
Subaru
really
six
talking.
speed.
I'm not talking racing, but I'm just talking in general.
Yeah.
Just like on track day,
You'll probably need fourth like at Mayhem.
I would be surprised if I didn't.
Right.
I was in fifth at Iowa Speedway.
That car's
Right.
gonna be going fast by the time you get to the end of.
That
Is that
full
two?
straightaway.
Is that 1 or 2 at the end?
That's one.
Yeah.
That's 1. Okay.
Yep.
So by the time you get to 1, you're
I'll be moving.
Hauling ass.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do like the class thing. You have to
Yeah.
for a Fast Friday.
Yeah. Yep.
So are you sure they do that every?
I'll have to look. I'll have to verify.
I feel like that's not every event.
This is the one I was invited to, so I feel like
Oh, okay.
I'll go to this one.
Someone said, "Hey, you should do this."
Yes.
Okay,
So I'll verify all my information before
That's
I
fair.
show up with it and go, "Hey, I'm here."
that's fair.
Beat it, nerd. You're not allowed to be here.
you're not
today.
allowed here. You-
Get out! Get out of here with that car.
Hoosiers, what the hell?
Hoosiers on an LS Swap 240. Get the hell out of here,
fuck-
you nerd.
Fucking guy.
Of course, apparently there's a Corvette club that goes out there. So, or
Yeah.
not a Corvette, but a Viper club.
Oh man,
Talk about
that's
booking it.
that's gotta be old.
A group of Vipers. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'll be all right.
you'll be okay. You'll be slower than that. So
I think yeah.
that's a hell of a track. I don't know if I was serious about track days. I don't think. If I was serious about having fun at track days,
Yeah.
I don't think I would. Like, I would probably buy a Z51 regular Corvette.
Yeah, just it's all good.
That's all.
Might even still be-
I think that would still be too
Like
much.
I've noticed, like watching the progression of people I know, like Adam, like Jabay.
Yeah.
So he started out. He had a turboed Civic, and that was fast as hell in a straight line. And then now he's got like the smallest motored CRX you could possibly build for a while there, and he had more fun in that. You know, like maybe.
Yeah. No.
I mean, that might be a little
Too far for some. Like too far down.
Too far
some-
for some people.
Yeah.
And I get that, but like, how many people just have a Riot out there and a stock Miata?
But
It's fine.
yeah. I mean, if you were gonna buy, what would you buy? Reasonable money. You're going to the dealership today. It's your new track toy.
I think like
You're gonna do pads and tires.
I think
and
like
all
if
that.
I was gonna buy a car that I was just gonna track day and that was it, that I would be stupid not to buy a C5.
yeah, that's
Well, I mean,
new.
brand new.
Brand new?
Walking into the dealership.
Oh,
You got
Well,
good money.
So I've
It's gonna
never
be a track toy.
never sat in a new C7. So I'm not sure, but I think I'd buy like a Mustang.
I like I
Maybe
like
even like a
Mustang.
V6 Mustang.
I like the new Mustang
or like a base.
newer Mustangs.
Because I think you can get the performance pack on the 6-cylinder now. Or even just a 5.0 would be fine too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would. It'd be quick.
be
It'd fun.
quicker, be fine. I mean,
Make it loud.
if I don't want to go that fast, I just don't go that fast, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
I think I'd get a 1LE. I mean, I know you can't see out of it, and the
think
one
I'd-
for next year is going to look like hot
that's why I
garbage.
feel
but
like
Yeah, I
the
can't do
Mustang
it.
would be a better car for me than the Camaro. just from a
Yeah,
comfort.
I agree in spirit.
I just feel like I'd be more comfortable.
But my dollar's like
Being-
ready to go to the dealership, all that mad shit talking about coyotes.
Right.
I can't do it.
I gotta be comfortable in that car.
I've dug this
though,
hole for
you know?
myself. I have to live in it now. So
Yeah.
You can have
I'll
the
be over
Camaro.
at Carl's get my 1LE if you need me. Oh, you get a 1LE
6.
4-banger? No, the Turbo 4.
Yeah, I think you can do
Because for
that too.
GM it's backwards. It's like
Yeah, the 6 is the
Turbo
base
4.
model.
Yeah, that'd probably be a hell. And then when you're ready, turn up the boost, and that'd be a hell of a deal there.
No, it's the other way. The 4-cylinder is the base because
Oh, you're right.
because the Mustang, the 6-cylinder is the base.
You're right.
And then the EcoBoost,
Yep.
they're opposite.
Yep.
So the 4-cylinder is the base Camaro,
Yep.
and then you have the RS, which is a 6, and the SS, which is the 8.
But you could get
But I think you can get 1LE on.
the 6 now.
You might be able to get it on all 3.
Yeah, maybe. But that 6 is supposed to be pretty awesome.
Sounds great.
And it's still 330 horsepower. Like, what are you?
It's a great sounding motor,
what are you
too.
doing? How much horsepower do you need
Right.
for a normal?
I feel like
for truck
I feel like
track
you get
days.
more than that. And just go through brakes quicker, right?
yeah, that is the more.
You just eat up rear tires and front brake pads faster.
Yeah, it's that exponential curve of
Right.
cost for racing. Is if you
Right.
don't spend very much money up front,
Especially if you're just track daying.
yeah, you're just gonna go to MAM and have fun and
Yeah.
hang out with your
You're
friends.
just going to Sunday fun days and fast Fridays and
A 6 1LE would probably be a pretty sick
yeah.
deal. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's got a little bit smaller brakes on it.
Right.
Tires are not as wide. You know, maybe they put the same package on. I don't know. But your
But even
wear,
if
would
you
be
don't, your
less.
wear time is
Yeah.
is better.
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a better option that we're not thinking of. But
So I feel like the Mustang's the one I would want because I think I would be more comfortable in that car,
EcoBoost track pack.
or even a 6. Because again, that makes like 300 something, doesn't it?
Yeah, close to 300.
That'll work.
It's more than anything I currently own
Yeah, no, I get that.
by double.
I get that for sure.
So my Omni made 112 or 120 horse on the dyno, something like that. It's like
What more do you need?
still faster than anything I currently own.
Right.
So and more reliable. Not that that's an accomplishment.
Do you think you're ready otherwise, Robbie?
I think so.
Ready to do this?
Took it out for a while a couple weeks ago and just took it for a spin.
You have to let us know how that goes. It's going to be a while. before we get to
Hopefully I
talk
can make
about
it out there. Got to borrow some trailer and get on out of here.
That's cool.
Yep.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, it'll be
Finally
fun.
get that car. All this talking.
Yeah, no shit.
time.
No
It's time, boy.
walking. Now we'll finally walk the walk.
We are walking.
Excellent.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Did you guys have anything else?
No.
Any other updates or anything?
Don't think so.
Let's do some news. How about that? First one here. NASCAR ran one qualifying with no pit speed limit. No speed limit
In the pits.
in the pits.
Which seems
This sounded really stupid until I saw it in practice. And then it was like, okay, I get what they're doing here.
What did you understand about?
Well,
once
when
you
I
saw
first
it?
read the headline, it was like, so we're going to kill people now.
right, but it's qualifying.
It's qualifying
so they're not
at
coming in
the
and doing
All-Star race.
right.
So you got like 8 people doing it.
Right. And there's also probably no pitting.
Yeah. So the new format for the All-Star race is it's a 3-lap qualify, but you have to do a pit stop.
Oh, really?
So you do
Oh, okay.
you do your laps, you do one pit stop, and you go into the pits at 150.
slam on the brakes.
Slide into your
It's
spot.
not. I still don't think it's a great idea.
It's a terrible idea,
But it's kind of cool to watch.
it's super entertaining.
oh yeah,
Because
which
you,
is the whole
you
point
watch
of the All-Star
them,
race.
you watch them fail. So they're coming in at like 150, losing control, slamming on the brakes, smoke everywhere, sliding into their spot, overshooting it, slamming into reverse, burn out backwards into their spot, swapping wheels on it.
I don't want
was
to be
it.
that sign guy.
It was enjoyable.
The guy that holds the sign out in front, like, this is your pit stop. Wham!
Right through.
Smokes
on
through it.
the
Get ready to let go
NASCAR
of it.
video, they have the crew chief talking, and they have his audio feed.
Yeah.
So it's like so. Too far. Back up. It's just funny. So I see why they're doing it. It's super dumb if you want to even do it on any other situation.
couldn't.
But
They couldn't. There's just no way.
certain death for
Yeah.
sure.
But it's the All-Star race.
Yeah, when
That's
you're-
the whole point of the All-Star
Yeah,
race.
when you're the only team out there, you got to spice it up a little bit. Let them come into pits.
Oh, it's just one
hot.
car?
Yeah, one team, or at least it's what all the videos showed. I didn't watch the actual qualifying.
So, like, when they're qualifying, it's not even, like, all of them? It's just the one car at Jesus.
That's what the video sure showed. Like,
Yeah, it
I
looked
didn't
like it was
watch
just
the actual-
him.
Just that
Okay.
team is out there. Is how it looked.
Well, that's not a big deal then.
No, they made
Yeah,
it sound like it's the craziest idea ever,
Yeah.
but it's really not.
You do like drag race out of the pit though too,
Yeah,
which is
just
a
kinda-
little bit entertaining.
burn out in, burn out out. And
Yeah,
just
he
go.
did burn out of the pit. He hauled ass out.
I'm convinced that they don't even put all the lug nuts on. I'm watching them. I'm
How do
like,
they do it so quick?
I was like, I only counted 4.
Well, not only that, but they're like moving that gun. Yeah, like, it's like you missed one.
There's a-
Surely
didn't get all 5.
Surely
I'm confident.
you overshot one of those studs, and
Or you
it
didn't
just
get it
made
all
the
the way
noise.
tight.
Yeah, it just made the noise, but it wasn't actually on the lug.
it's just spinning next to it?
Yeah,
Because there was one where he missed and then went back and they like added like 7 seconds to it. I'm like, there is no way he hit all those lugs. I watched it. I was like, there's 4 at most. Dangerous.
Because it's been quite a while back now, but they mandated a like a spec air gun
Yeah.
because like Hendrick and those teams were spending like $3 million in development on making a impact
Super
gun
fast
that
impact
spins quicker. And like, okay, this is
enough.
Just get one that has 5 and just
that's
it's
brilliant.
It's 5.
It would be
impact.
good if you had like a semi-automatic.
Dude, you could
It's got 5 heads.
you
Just-
could totally do that.
Why not? Instead of spending money on a faster one, just
You
make
just
one
need
that goes.
gears.
Just do one that goes as fast with 5 of them.
That's brilliant, Robbie.
It's the Adrian Newey book working,
Just thinking.
thinking outside the box.
Can't
like
have a single lug.
Or-
screw you guys then.
5 and 1.
5 and 1.
Still a single.
That's right. One trigger. That's all that matters.
I like
One
it.
shot, you're out of there.
I like
That
it
makes
a
more
lot.
sense than making them do all 5.
No, what makes the most sense is one lug.
Center
One
lug.
center
No, this is the
lock.
stock car. 5.
He has a good point. It is a stock axle, so you have to, yeah.
This is what you could buy for your Camaro off the shelf.
There's nothing
Stock.
stock about any of those.
I don't hate the idea. Go NASCAR?
I mean, you got to do what you got to do to bring in the fans, right? They lost 1% of their ticket sales this year. They're
They
circling the drain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost out
So.
at this point. Plus, now they got to spice it up for someone to buy it. So,
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
all right, I think that's it for that
Yeah,
one.
it's
Right?
fun.
Canada has built themselves a real life Mario Kart track.
Robbie, does this not look like the greatest thing ever?
Oh, hey, Canada. It's 2011 already. It's the same freaking track that's in Branson.
Oh, really? That
Uh-oh.
exists already?
Robbie's
Yes.
dropping some knowledge. on us.
Seriously?
Year built, 2011.
Son of a
Well,
gun.
make those pictures bigger.
Heavy
Robbie.
metal high rise is what they call it.
Heavy metal
Really?
guys.
I didn't know that.
Oh, look at it. It is the same.
The Canadian one's longer.
Dude, that's not that far away for us.
This BransonTracks.com.
Yeah.
I've been on their wooden one.
They have a wooden go-kart track?
Yeah, it goes up and it does the spiral staircase up like
Is
4
that-
stories and goes down.
What?
Yeah, it's like $10 to ride. It's not a big deal.
What?
Yeah,
Dude,
$10
I
to
didn't-
drive.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, so like David Tracy on Jalopnik's like, this is the greatest thing ever. We all need to go out here as a Jalopnik.
Let's go to Missouri, bro.
Just go to Branson, dude. Like they have like 10 different tracks.
Don't even need a passport then.
Yep, the Wild Woody is one. The Lumberjack.
What?
They got the traditional road course track.
Wild Woody's an interesting choice.
Classic go karts, rookie go karts. So yeah, so
son.
this has been a thing. I've done this.
I didn't know that
like
was
a
a
long time
thing.
ago. Yeah,
That's awesome. So when are we going? How far is Branson from the lake house?
not that far.
Is it reasonable?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
see
a-
here you can see it's the same setup, but it's wood.
Oh my gosh, that's got to
It's,
be
Whoa.
it's super bumpy.
that's got to be
obviously.
rickety as hell.
Yeah. No.
That's crazy. A wooden go-kart track?
Yeah. But even the one in Canada they're ramping and raving about,
Yeah.
top speed of 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That was like
15.
really.
It's really safe and fun.
sounds boring.
What you could do. So Branson is 2 hours south of the lake,
Yeah.
Okay.
but you could day trip that if you're.
Oh yeah,
really,
if you want,
Yeah.
you, you can make a weekend out of it.
Branson's got.
Jesus, almost down there in Arkansas. It's
I mean,
way
if
down
you
there.
if you're into that touristy stuff, Branson's,
Branson's a
like,
tourist spot,
Yeah.
so you don't have to go to Canada for this track. This is not done
Well,
yet.
that seems more reasonable to me.
Yeah, no, we can go to Branson. Dude,
I like that.
These tracks have been around for a long time.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
Welcome to 2011, Canada.
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of the Canadian thing though? They're always behind a little bit.
Whoa!
They're always, like they get the
Jeez.
trends after we do, even in Iowa.
Man, I think Canada's a great place.
I love Canada. I've always said Canada is great.
It's the Great White North.
It is the
It's
Great White
great.
I hate snow
It's cold.
and cold.
So cold.
They can have Minnesota though.
I like Minnesota's nice in the summer
In the summertime, yeah.
with their mosquito-sized or bird-sized mosquitoes. That's a state bird.
Mosquito.
Oh God! But no, it'll be fun, I suppose, at 15 miles an hour with the
50 miles
breeze
an
in
hour
your
sounds terrible.
with the breeze in your hair, not the wind.
Though it won't be because you got a helmet on.
No, you don't have a helmet because
Oh,
it's that
seriously?
slow.
Oh,
It's that
Jesus
slow.
Christ.
Yeah,
I wonder
I'm
how
not
fast
into
the ones
this.
here are.
Like 40.
Yeah.
At MB2.
I bet if you
40.
let that one at MB2 go, it would probably be 40.
I think they top
those,
out at like 45.
Those things book. 15 is
Painfully
slow.
This is a tourist spot,
Right.
not a go-kart
Right,
track.
it's not a kart track like we want it to be.
Right.
I assume Branson's not that much different though.
No, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a slow track.
Damn it.
15, safe.
I don't know if
So-
it's worth the 2-hour drive.
I was heading
No, you
north.
have to already be there.
I was in Knoxville this week, which is, the sprint car capital of the world.
Yes.
And I was leaving out, headed north across the lake there, and they've got that Slideways karting center.
Yep.
And I've been following them on Facebook for a while. When I drove by that place, that track looks way bigger than I thought it was. That looks like it might be kind of fun. They have a slick track, so you drift the whole time.
Yep, I've done those. Problem is, again, it's one of those 15-mile-an-hour kart.
Yeah, the
cuts, so
ones
it's-
at Arnold's Park in Okoboji.
Yeah, I did those, and I think they did the ones Sioux Falls.
Their kart track there, you don't have to lift ever.
Yeah, that's not fun.
It's not fun.
Should we go do this?
This Slideways place looks rad, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've seen it advertised. Isn't
Tony
there like a bar?
Stewart's raced there.
Isn't there like a bar?
There is
there?
a bar.
Oh, okay, that's why it's so fun.
Yeah.
People love it.
So
I'm trying
we
to-
should go check that place out sometime.
It's not that far.
Yeah, it's not like we could like rent it and do a thing there though, because it's $400 an hour.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, but we can just show up with a group of people.
Yes, I agree, but I'm just
what-
saying. Yeah,
That's
that seems really pricey for Knoxville, Iowa, to be entirely honest. But I mean, it is in business, I suppose. So,
just show
working
up
out
and race
for 'em.
there. I mean,
Yeah.
they have regular hours, so
but that's only even at $400 an hour, it's only 8 to 10 cards. So it's not like you're gonna get out there with 20 people and split the cost of that.
right,
It'd be expensive.
right.
But yeah, I mean,
Slick track
we could try
racing.
that.
Yep.
Give that a go. Let's see what else we got for news here. Pirelli has been asked to simplify the F1 tire names and color schemes.
Because the general fan is a moron.
It's true. But I'm strangely okay with this.
I didn't realize that. I guess I knew this. I didn't really think about it, but they have like 7 compounds and they only bring 3 to the race.
Right.
So they want it to be, well, whatever you bring to the race, there's going to be 3. So the softest is soft, the other one's medium, and then the hardest is hard. Even if it's hyper soft or ultra soft or super soft or hard or wet or whatever.
Yeah, Ultra Soft is like a toilet paper. So I could see why they want to simplify it down a little bit.
It
There's
is
Hyper Soft, Ultra Soft,
unnecessarily-
Super Soft, Soft.
Yeah.
In order of getting less
Soft.
soft.
Grippiness.
Yeah, so I could totally understand why the
Yeah.
marketing
It's
company
unnecessarily
wants us to.
confusing
I guess
I think it is, especially
for
if you're
the
only
average enthusiast.
if Pirelli's already choosing 3 tires that you get to
Right,
use per
exactly.
race. I could totally see them saying like,
they don't
hey,
bring all 7 compounds and you get to pick what you're going to run that weekend. They give you
3.
3 compounds and you get to use those. So at that point, why not just make it
There you go. So it'd be for Monaco, it's the Monaco hard, soft, and medium.
right?
That's it. And then the next race, it's
But if you're
Canadian hard, soft, mediums.
if you're an F1 nerd, you can dig into what those are.
Right.
But for everybody that's just watching on TV, it's a Saturday or whatever, Sunday,
Right.
you can just, oh, okay, I get it.
Right.
Hard, soft, whatever,
Yeah.
medium. Okay.
Right.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. Just dumbing it down for the general population.
That's how they make money as sponsors and all that fun
I know.
stuff.
Robbie and his
Well, then they're making.
elitist Formula One attitude.
Yeah, then they got to change the colors though, because they only want to have 3 colors.
Well, that I think is also a good thing.
Yeah, I like the colors.
It's like red and pink look basically the same at 200 miles an hour. It's hard to
true.
tell.
It's
You know,
true.
it's like
You only see. The only time you tell is in the pits.
right. But my thing is like, do I really care?
No, I really don't care.
Like maybe just make them all black. Like, what does it matter? Does it? I mean,
Yeah, how does that affect your life? If
Yeah,
it
somebody's
doesn't
running different
affect.
tires?
It doesn't
does the
affect
general,
the enjoyment of me watching that.
Knowing exactly what tire he's using.
Does a general audience member even care?
Or no?
Have a clue.
Are they confused as to the fact that that guy's on blue ones and that guy's on pink ones?
I highly doubt it.
Who cares?
Maybe they think they're different brands of tires if they're really not at all in the loop.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. As long as you can, go somewhere and figure out what exactly those are. If
Yeah,
you're
if
like
you-
Robbie and super pedantic and a nerd, you go, oh, these are
I am, but I
these
really-
are the ultra softs.
I
this
really
week,
don't care.
This is a hyper soft, extreme soft.
Extreme soft.
soft.
All right. Study says that salesmen are turning people away from buying electric cars.
Then they weren't serious about buying them in the first place. If that's the case.
Yeah, I can see that. I guess like if you walk into a dealership and you can be swayed.
Yeah, if you walk into the dealership and you buy the car they tell you to buy, you weren't there with the intent of buying a certain car anyways.
Right.
I could totally see, I could understand a salesperson or a dealer or whatever making a decision that the electric car thing is too different for most people to really want to push them. I can kind of understand their perspective on that. Like if I don't have to explain this car to you, it's just a car. Do you like the car? Okay, great. Then just take it.
Yep.
I get that, but if like you got to go through this whole thing, like, well, you got to watch your range, and like here's where you got to go to get filled up, and you're gonna have to sign up for this card thing. Remember when we got those? You had to get the card, and then you got to pay for it here, but you don't pay for it here, and then you do this, and we got to add this thing to your house. Could totally understand not wanting to have that
an
discussion.
electrician and all that involved.
Yeah, because like so if you got to put a charging station in your house, like you gonna have a meeting
Does the dealership
and
have like a list of
right,
registered electricians or something?
or do they like say, okay,
I know some of them just like plug into the wall and that's
Yeah.
the
Right.
end of it. But some of them require charging, or if you want it quicker,
yeah,
require their own dedicated charging.
some of them need
stations.
to get
240
to get
and
the
stuff
full
like that.
charge as quickly as possible. You need 240. You need a dedicated circuit. Blah blah
Right.
blah. Whatever. So like, are you gonna sit down with people and be like, so what's the amperage of service coming into your house? Like people don't fucking
Nobody
have any
knows.
idea.
I'm like more in the loop on that than most people are. I don't have a slice clue. Like
How you would have that discussion with
Yeah.
every single person that
Yeah.
comes in. I totally can feel for them that they don't, because it's a whole other realm of shit that they have to talk about with people
yeah,
to sell them a car.
They have
Just
you have to educate them.
just
Here's
sell
a
them a
Chevy
diesel.
Volt. Let me educate you. Or here's this Cruise.
yeah.
Just buy it and it works.
Just take
It's got a
it.
You
diesel
just
in it.
take
It's
it.
50 miles to the gallon.
Just put diesel in it, please.
Just-
For the love of God, just put diesel in it.
Make sure your pump's green on as long as you're not at a BP,
Yep, you're good.
which is really
So,
confusing.
yeah.
Frustrating.
I understand why they're steering people away from electric cars. I can also understand the incentive of electric cars need less maintenance. So I can
That
see their
was-
incentive there also.
But as long as the car's under warranty, does the dealership even make money on the maintenance?
Yeah, so they get paid by
They get paid by the
yeah. So for instance,
Manufacturer.
when on my Veloster, when topically when we went to Grid Life, the switch for the fan
Yep.
was like either low or high. There was no in between.
Yeah.
What happens is that they bring in the car, they figure out the cost of, because everything's tied to the book. You go to the book, how much time is it? And then they charge that to Hyundai, and then they pay them for it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, they will lose out on service, relatively speaking, maybe. The real advantage is mechanical on an electric motor, so maybe they really wouldn't lose out on that much service if the car has a warranty. You know what I mean? Because typically your car doesn't fail under warranty. That's the whole game.
That's the-
You know what I mean?
That's
That's
the
the
goal.
point.
Right,
It's
exactly.
The engineering goal.
especially mechanically, like most cars can make it to, I mean, most warranties are like 50, 60,000 miles. You hope to God that your engine can make it that far.
I mean, you'll get
You get a limit.
the
every once in a while.
outlier.
Yeah, and I'm sure you do with electric cars too. You know, that shit happens.
It's manufacturing.
It's manufacturing. You have a mistake, or you're, Six Sigma only gets you so far, or whatever.
Yep.
So, but long term, I could see
Where you get an idiot that just
New
beats
guy.
the living hell out of it.
new guy, or he's hungover, and yeah.
Well, I mean, the owner.
Yeah, too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yep.
poor ownership can lead to problems that
Yeah.
you still are stuck with.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it's correct. I'm just saying I understand the incentive to not sell electric cars.
Yeah.
And interestingly, this was done in Northern Europe, which they
Where-
buy a lot of electric cars.
Right.
there.
Yeah, they're like heavily.
They're pushing it.
Yeah, they're all about that
So I'm sure it's worse here.
non-fossil fuel life.
I'm sure it's worse here.
I would be
So-
interested to know.
You want this quiet electric car, or how about this big American V8?
You need a Suburban, don't you?
Tell me more about this V8.
The interesting
Loud.
thing,
We can make it louder.
Living that LS life.
we sell boreless here.
There you go.
You throw that in, I'll buy that.
Sell Callaway packages.
Yep, absolutely. Put a supercharger on that for
Make
you.
a deal on that, and I'll buy the loud one.
The Ford dealership in Ames is a licensed Roush dealer now,
They all should
So you
be.
can have a
That's
Roush.
good.
so you can get Roush packages on your Raptor.
There you go, Robbie.
God,
That's $100,000 that you didn't know that you had to spend.
worth it.
How much was that? That one was $130.
Yeah,
that I
those
saw
are
at Chicago Auto
so
Show.
expensive.
Yeah.
$130,000.
Was that a Roush? No, that was one of those.
That was a Shelby.
Shelby.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
Shelby.
Shelby.
Yeah. Straight up out of control.
It's just some debt. I mean, you can just spend your
Yeah,
rest
you
of
can
it.
pay it off.
You know what? You don't get to take it with you when you die.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what everyone
Best case
keeps
scenario,
saying.
it kills you in some sort of horrible automotive accident.
Then I
and
never have to pay
you
it
write
off. Yeah.
You don't have any children to
No.
leave that burden on.
That's
so
right.
what do you care?
That's what life insurance
You
is
have
for.
life insurance. Everything will be fine.
That's
Jess will
fine.
carry
She'll
on.
be fine.
She will remarry. It's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
she'll be way better off. She'll be so much happier.
She'll find
She
someone
gets to
who's
keep
way
the
more
Raptor 'cause
responsible.
she paid it
she
off.
gets the Raptor. She gets the money. She gets
Right.
the
She
house.
gets to keep the house.
I'm going to go on a limb here and assume that if you died in an accident in the Raptor, she's not going to keep the Raptor.
Well, oh yeah, you're right. If I
It'll be an
died,
insurance payoff for the
Yeah,
Raptor,
she gets
though.
a
So she
big-
gets the money
yeah,
from
gets-
that.
yep.
That's a good point. But it'll
Yep.
be fine.
and then,
Everybody
and then the
worries
guy
about
that she,
everything.
the guy that she replaces
I'm
me
with
with,
you.
will be way more successful.
Exactly. He's
Pay
going
for
to
that
make
house.
way more
Yeah.
money. He's
Probably
probably going
more
to be a
reasonable.
doctor. He's probably going to be a
yeah.
doctor.
Doubt he owns a Raptor.
Yeah, he's probably way smarter than that.
Yeah.
I would hope.
He's probably got a Volt.
Yeah,
It's very reasonable.
Yeah, she's not going to make that mistake twice.
Yeah, exactly. He's an informed shopper. Maybe even has a Tesla Model S. He is a doctor.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Robbie's shop probably has 240 outlet in it.
Yeah,
it does. In fact,
There's
Yeah,
like
see,
there's
it
like
worked out.
4 plugins.
He can
So-
move in. They don't even have to have that discussion
Oh.
at the dealership. What's your? Nope. I got it covered.
We
It's all
have
good.
it.
The
It's all good.
former husband had that covered.
This is also very dark as well. You know,
Why are you making it so sad?
bringing the show down.
People
once
love it. Don't even lie.
But yeah, so the part of it was secret shoppers. Basically, they went through and that's how they
Yeah.
I
figured
want
this
that
out.
gig.
You can sign up for it, sir.
Secret car
Online.
shoppers would be
You-
great.
You can sign up for it online.
Cars I can't afford, but still shopping for,
search
as
for
if
it.
I do.
Secret shopper gigs. Search for
Actually,
it.
I think I did once because I was going to do it. Like we were going to do it as a bit,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
and then we decided it was not worth it.
It was they paid you like $3.
Yeah, it was like
the ones that we found were terrible. I was like, wait, this takes 4 hours of my day,
Locally.
and I have to
Locally,
go
it
talk
was-
to a dealer.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm out.
in Iowa. That payout is not good.
Oh well.
So, but one thing that they found interesting, one particular anecdote where they were talking about how they basically just lie to you about the cars. They said that you couldn't drive one particular car, and they didn't say what it was, but they said it was one particular car. You couldn't drive it the equivalent of New York to Washington, D.C., I believe it was, which was 350 kilometers.
Which is not that far.
They said it would take 2 days.
No, it won't. I can tell you right now, it won't.
I mean,
Even if you had to stop and charge and then
It's-
keep going, you still do it in a day.
True, but there was the i3 will not go that far on one charge. I'll
No.
put it that way.
No,
but that's not what that car's built for.
you're right.
That's specifically designed around the thought of a city runabout.
But maybe that person asked that question. If I had to drive to blah 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 or whatever, he just said, "Oh, it's gonna take you 2 days
Yeah.
because you got to stop to charge." Which I could see somebody saying that.
Yeah, and
It's not the literal answer; it's a figurative. Like you're gonna have to stop if you do that.
Yeah,
you
and-
can't
and-
make
right.
it.
and maybe that person's like, well, I need a car that does everything. I need to be able to drive it 600 miles in a day and a half. And they're
That's
like, well,
not
this BMW is not for you then. But
We have a gas powered.
this gas-powered one is.
Yeah. Yeah, what are your options
So
at the
it's-
BMW dealership? It's you can have an i3 or an i8 if you hate all of your money. You
Don't
can
those
have
have
one of these.
don't those have a gas motor in them though?
Oh, they do, that's right.
The i8 does.
Yeah, you're right. It's got a 3-cylinder. So
Yeah.
you can have an i3 or you can have this 3 Series. Those are your two options.
Yeah.
Which I think are oddly closely priced.
Right.
I think they are. Yeah. They have incentives for not being maybe 100% truthful. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, probably.
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, man. That's like, I'm going to go mow my lawn. I'll be honest.
I feel like it's been
I'm
really-
spending my holiday doing nothing.
I feel like this has been a long show.
It has been a normal length show, sir. Almost 2 hours.
Considering we
Didn't have anything to talk about.
didn't have a plan coming into it because stuff didn't happen like we had planned.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely. Go to Facebook, find the Autocross event,
Fill out those last spots.
fill out those last
They're
spots,
running out.
like it. If it's full, we're working on it. Just I don't know. If you really want to do the Eddyville thing, be vocal about it. We will
let us
figure it
know.
out because it's hard to gauge if it's worth doing another one or if people are going to want to sign up for both. You know, like oh yeah, that's great. You know, we're just evaluating that now, seeing where it's going. It's probably full if it's Sunday, but go ahead and try to sign up anyway.
So excited.
So exciting.
It's
So many
gonna be
things.
gonna be
great.
a good time.
I'm so pumped about it. I have so many things I want to do like in the future with it.
Yeah.
Like I want to find a few more people that have kids and do a Power Wheels race for funsies. Like not full course.
You could do like
Full course.
everybody just standing around. What the fuck is it's way worse than the
Four,
car thing. When you have
four
to wait
minutes
for cars.
later,
It's intermission.
and across the line.
All right, let's go again.
We could send we could send them off in much shorter intervals,
Yeah.
like in relative to the distance traveled.
They could have an accident out there. You never know. They're kids.
yeah, they get lost on the course.
Yeah, they
and
get
just
lost.
Bam!
Bam. Head-on collision, then that's in the paper.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 2.5 miles an hour when they collide. It'll be all right.
So yeah, find the event. We appreciate it. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that fun stuff. It's all still out there. 10 Tenths Podcast, 10thenspodcast.com. You can find it there.
Anybody wants some octopus jerky?
Have it.
Let me know.
It's yours.
I think you need to take that to work and give it to one of your unsuspecting coworkers because I really feel like someone there will.
Someone will love it.
Choose
That's
to
the
eat
thing.
it. There's not enough people at my office to take it because everybody will just think it's weird. Everybody where I work is old.
Right. Yeah.
Like
well, mine's
40,
not
40,
really
50,
that
yeah.
different. Frankly.
Oh, really? I thought you had a bunch of techs that were kind of
Well,
your age or younger.
everybody's field is like young.
Yeah.
I'm like one of the older field employees.
Yeah,
Everyone that works in the office is old.
yeah.
We'll go with
Give it to
old.
one of your field guys. They'll love it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Catch you guys next week.
Bye.